Can you hear me? 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 Thank you, Lionel. Slow to the party. Jeez. I don't think I was added to the stage. So sorry. Thank you guys for joining the Reasoning with Roz. It is Saturday, August the 3rd, and I want to thank each and every one of you guys for coming, and each and every one of you guys for coming back. Thank you, Lionel, for your comment. I really appreciate it, and thank you for coming back. It's been a long week. I just almost had a nervous breakdown. I'm at the teeter totter. I didn't say what I normally say. There may be some noise in the background. You might hear a fan. You may hear folks walking around, moving some things around. I do apologize for that in the beginning now. So forgive me. I'm over 41, over 42. So sometimes I get hot, so I got to keep the fan on all the time. But needless to say, it's been a very long week, and I am at this point. I am at the soda bottle shake-up point. And I can't say the soda bottle shake-up point like normally, some people would say when they get upset and all that good stuff. I'm at the I want to quit life stage. I'm at the I want to throw the computer down and not work stage. I'm at the I want to walk away from every relationship. I want to give up being a mob right now. I bet that I am overwhelmed, tired, and ready to stop and quit right now stage. That's where I'm at. So we are trying to I am trying to get through those feelings that are very, very, very heavy for me. I mentioned that I am bipolar, so y'all know I have these bouts where I am here and sometimes I'm not, and I'm dealing with this, I'm dealing with that. So we are fighting through because the thing is to be consistent, and consistency is the key, and that's what I'm practicing, and that's what I'm doing. So y'all, I am rolling up this J, and we are going to get it on and popping. How has your week been? How's your Saturday going, you guys? Tell me about it. If you're there, if you can hear me. As soon as I get it rolled up, we can start the show. So I saw Speak Easy in the chat. I want to thank Speak Easy for joining. I hadn't seen him in a long time. I've been hearing him on some panels lately. So that's good. Young Rise, thank you for joining, Young Rise. Lionel, thank you for being here. I see you guys had a little banter going back and forth in the chat already. And the show hasn't even started yet. I don't think I'm necessarily be here for a whole 3 hours tonight. I did start kind of late and had some technical difficulties. I am trying to get through some things. So I hope we can lighten the mood up for me, but I am in full effect. Got some celebratory news to talk about. Things, some milestones that I am making. So that's always good as we journey through me. What is it? Oh, thank you. As we journey through me and this injury that I have had. You're annoyed? I'm annoyed too, Lana. Oh, you're already ready to fire the entire staff. Now, I don't know if the shift has been going for a while or the whole night, but I definitely hope the shift gets better for you tonight. I do hope that. Have you been to my site? I have not been to your site lately on YouTube, but I will stop by your site and support you just as much as you have supported me. So you guys, let me get my trusty book out. Here we go. Here we go. Ja Logic, my brother, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate you for coming every time I see your name in the chat. Great, great peer support. Thank you. Thank you. I did stop by your channel the other day and saw some shows and networks going on. Seven Still, thank you for joining. Thank you for the support. Really appreciate you. Yeah. So y'all see me show the notebook because y'all know I can't go anywhere with my trusty notebook. I've been having a notebook since I was in high school. I wanted to be a journalist. Then I wanted to be a broadcaster, a news broadcaster. Then I definitely wanted to be a radio broadcaster. Went to college for like 2 years, majored in broadcasting, but the journalist teachers and my writing teachers were chopping up my papers. I think I've said this numerous of times. So I changed my major to social work. But I have never stopped writing as far as like poetry is concerned and just literature and songs and all that type of stuff. So I always got to write things down. So this gets me through the show. So once again, thank you guys for joining the Reasoning with Roz. I am Roz. It is happy Saturday to you. It is August the 2nd. Seven Still has came in. Logic, Lionel. I've acknowledged all you guys. So August is my favorite month out of all the 12 months. August is my favorite month. So I am totally excited. For some, it's the end of summer. For some, it's the beginning of fall. I don't really know. I don't know if it should be the same year, right? But for some, it's the end of summer, and for some, it's the beginning of fall. For me, growing up in hot ass Houston, it always has been the end of summer. So you are waiting and waiting and waiting for it to get through, because it's about 90. When I was a kid, it was like 80 degrees. I'm 43. So when I was a kid, it was about 80 to 90 degrees during the summertime. As I got grown to be like 100 plus degrees. So you couldn't wait for the summertime to end. but you can wait for the summertime to end, because it was definitely getting ready to cool down. Red Cup. I'm gonna tell y'all more about that too. Also, why do I like August? Because August is the beginning of football season. Who loves football? I love football. Football is my favorite sport that I could not play. And ironically, I have a 10-year-old daughter, and every year she's asking me, can she play flag football? But I love football. I grew up with 4 uncles. Then I also have like 6 living brothers, but I had 7 brothers. But my family is big on sports, so we all love football. It's banter in the house. It's food cooking. Monday, Thursday, and Sundays was big time. Monday night football, Thursday night football, and Sunday night football. So August is usually like preseason. Preseason games, and then comes October and all that. So I'm in full effect, ready for the preseason games. I'm Broncos all the way, and wherever Shadar Shadar Sanders goes, I am hoping that somehow he leaves the Browns, because the coach has definitely showed that they don't want him there. And it's just so much hate on him right now. But I am just hoping that he leaves that team somehow, get out of his contract, or somebody buy it up, or whatever like that. Who knows? On top of that, and the most influential person in my life, the greatest soul in my life who I've ever met, my grandmother, her birthday is in August. So I can just feel her spirit. I've been feeling her spirit now for a couple of days. I ain't gonna even hold y'all. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. So we celebrate her birthday on August the 18th, but her birthday is actually on August the 3rd. But back in those days, like the paperwork and the birth certificates had a lot of wrong information and things of that nature. My grandma is deceased. She's been deceased for about 20 years now, I want to say. But her name always lives on, so I'm wearing yellow for her because yellow is her favorite color. I still have her jewelry box. What else? Let's see. She loved football. The Dallas Cowboys was her team. She'll always have a Budweiser screaming and cussing on Mondays, Thursdays, or Sundays. So that's another reason why August means a lot to me. Also, my daughter's birthday is as well. It's in August, so I love her dearly. I think that she is a reincarnated spirit of my mom, of my grandma. I called her mama, so you know. And then school starts. My God, my goodness. Let me say it again. August is my favorite month. I have just let you guys know some of the reasons why August is my favorite month. But now that I am grown, now that I am a grown ass woman with kids and working, and sometimes I can't handle stress and shit, school starting in the month of August supersedes everything now in that month for me. Supersedes it completely. Like, so school starts on August the 25th. I'll get a break. My daughter's been here all summer long. She couldn't really do much of anything because mom is, as Lionel said in the chat, handicapped. I have a foot injury. I had surgery and I'm in recovery and in physical therapy. So I couldn't walk and take her many places and stuff like that. So, you know, she's in and out the room. Mom, 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 mom. Mom, can I get a snack? Mom, can I get a snack? Mom, I'm hungry. Mom, this, mom, that. Mom, let me show you my doll. Mom, can I get a new doll? Mom, let me show you what I'm doing on Amazon. Mom, let me show you what I saw on Timo. Mom, let me show you this new song. Mom, have you heard the new Cat Chow song? Mom, have you heard Cat's Eye? That new group, they're going to be here for a concert. Mom, do you think we can go to the concert? Mom, do you think, what kind of dog are we going to get, Mom? And do you think I'll be able to wear a long sleeve shirt to school that's not uniform? No, you're going to have to wear uniform. You know, just a whole lot of questions in the summertime. And you know what school does? School gives parents, you know, I don't want to say a much needed break, but it gives you respite. It gives you just a little time to breathe without the kid, just a little time. That's how that breath gonna be on August the 25th. So you guys, that is why the month of August is my favorite month. What about you guys? Roz is handicapped, but her nails, hair, and makeup always on point. Thank you, Lionel, so much. Thank you. Take pride in looking good. You know, looking put together. You know, I think Blue Jay may be making her way over here. I hope so. Where is she? Why are you something else? Wow. I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of football. You're not a fan of football? What? So what do you do for August, October, November, September? What do you do? Did I just say the months backwards? I don't know if I said the months backwards. I'm not really sure. You're having dyslexia. Oh, oh wow! But I am a fan of anime football. So does anime football play? Does it involve a football and a goal post and an end zone? I'm just trying to figure out. You got me there. I'm a little concerned. I'm a little concerned, Lana. I'm trying to figure it out. But besides all that, welcome again. If you haven't hit the like, please hit the like. I appreciate each and every one of you guys being here. As I said, it has been a long week, so I'm definitely trying to get through it. But we will get through it. If you would like to donate to my Cash App, the Cash App is RozGirl37. I know you guys see me go back between that bro, whatever. That's my Cash App, but I made that up like sometime so I could, because my other one was broke, but this one is working. So if you ever want to donate, you can always donate there or whatever like that. Donate, support, whatever you feel like you want to call it, because people have all special kind of names for it. So yeah. Um Lotto says football in Japan is soccer. Oh wow. Okay, the people over here call it football. Football. Okay. And he says, what do I do in August? I write books. Awesome. I love books. I really, really love books. I love words. So, I love literature, literacy. God. Wow, so much, so much. Yeah, that just warmed my heart, Lionel, seeing that. So also you guys, please subscribe to my sisters. They're not actually my blood sisters. They're blood sisters, but they're not my blood sisters. Here for the TMO Love. They have their own channels. Here for the T has very interesting topics and a panel over there. She plays lots of music on like Saturday nights or just any night when she's feeling it. And she loves her music, and I love music. So you're gonna always catch me over there for those music pop-ups. But definitely support her and support Mo Love. She's always with the Christian talk. And a very Christian talk, and talk about mental health and mental awareness. She also has a co-host, so if you can, you guys subscribe, give them a like. Women supporting women. We have to do that in this space because you see a lot of men supporting men and men making money, but us women be here straggling. If we don't support each other, who gonna support us? Though I got all men in the chat right now, so. So they're definitely great streams to be a part of, as far as like the conversation, and meet some friends on the panel and get into all of that. Also, my brother on here, my friend of all times, regardless of what anybody says or anybody thinks, Chaotic Truth Live. If you have not subscribed to him, make sure you subscribe to him. And then there's another channel, a new channel that is called The Gospel of Bob. Very new channel. They just now have gotten over 500 subscribers and they're monetized. So you guys go over there and support them as well. Oh snap! Hey Young Rise, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Yeah, I love music. Music is everything for my soul. Hey Mills, thank you for joining. I really, 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 really appreciate your view, and I appreciate your support. That means that you got my message on Instagram. So you definitely looked at it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yep. So I said The Gospel of Bob. Roz, I just woke up recently. Okay, I know that you're a creator too. You say you just woke up because it's early over there, right? You in London or UK or something like that? All right. So y'all, I'm back in effect. I just want to let y'all know. I told y'all when I first came, I was back in effect. When I came back some months ago, I was laid out. I couldn't sit up much. And then I went there that whole part. I'm not sure if I had a cast on and everything when I was with you guys and stuff like that. But I couldn't drink. I was on medications and everything like that, just like about 2 months ago. So that's why, I've been sitting in this location with this background, trying to make it work and get back into it while I am recovering. But I could not drink alcohol. Now, 2 months have passed away. And y'all got some wine. I was craving Pinot Grigio because Pinot Grigio is my favorite, but I got Cabernet tonight. And it's so good. And you know why I got this, you guys? Because we are celebrating me no longer having to walk with crutches. Oh, he says 5:47. Boy, I don't want to call you a boy. Young man, go back to sleep. Just keep your stream open, but go back to sleep. You don't need to be up that early unless you got a job. Go back to sleep. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing up that early? Like, is it Saturday over there? You tripping. You tripping. Tripping. So I am no longer walking with crutches. I was on 2 crutches and I was on 1 crutches and also with the boot. But now, you guys, since as of Tuesday, I went to 2. She was like, you need to be walking without those crutches. I just started taking steps. Thursday came, no crutches, still got the boot. I'm wobbling. And that's okay. But y'all, I even stood and washed clothes. I even washed clothes yesterday. So it's a slow but steady process, you guys. But I am surely getting there. I would like to show y'all, but you know, my short's a little high tonight, so I can't really show y'all like that. But you know, what it is. So I'm so happy for myself because it was a lot of things to get through there. Hey, Mo Love, I just spoke about you and your sis, telling people to go and subscribe to your channel as well as your sister. Thank you so much for joining. Yeah, definitely, you guys. I am so happy about that. So it is very monumental for me because when I say like I'm diagnosed bipolar too, so I have like high levels of anxiety, and sometimes like it just be out the woodworks. I couldn't see this day. Like, yo, I've been shea buttering my foot up too. That bitch is smooth. And then skin is like almost gold. Y'all, I'm so happy. I am so happy right now. My therapist was like on day 1 when I first came in there, she was like, you're gonna have to get it together. You're gonna have to take a pill or something. This is what my therapist said. She was like, yo, you gotta calm down. Like, if you don't get up and do this and get your mind right, you ain't gonna never walk again. So like, what do you mean? I said, it's me. I'm living to myself. Me. You guys even gotta tell me but once, because it's hard for me to be so what is it, just debilitated or not be able to move around and do for myself. So I am doing a whole lot better. I've conquered that anxiety part as far as like, you know, talking to myself in those moments. I won't say it's completely gone, but to say that I've conquered it in those moments with going through this, knowing that every step that I take is a step towards improvement and progress. Um, then 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 I'm okay with that. So I try to celebrate every moment. It might be small, but every moment. The big celebration, of course, will be once I'm out the boot and once I'm walking on my foot completely again by itself. Because I can't walk without the boot. Like I can't. I gotta be on the crutches, like when I'm not in the boot. So throughout the day, I have it going to the bathroom, but. You know, other than that, when I'm sleeping, I gotta wake up. I'm not about to put that boot on at 3 o'clock in the morning in the middle of my sleep. So I have to use my crutches and everything like that. But once I'm completely just standing up again and I'm running again, that's gonna be the moment to celebrate. But tonight we celebrating with drinks. So y'all know what to do. This is a smoking panel, a smoking chat. Y'all are the Ganja crew, and I am Roz. So smoke, drink, sit, toke, be responsible when you get on a panel. Please, please respect one another. Try not to cuss each other. I know people piss you off. Like, don't be calling people like NIGGAs and BITCHs and all that. You know, so many other eloquent ways to say those things, you know, passive aggressive ways and all of that. You can figure that out. That's up to you to figure out. Also, I want to incorporate this rule because there's this new channel that's on called Gospel of Bob, and they like to come and steal viewers and subscribers. So if y'all are in my chat from the Gospel of Bob, just come over here, be a part of the chat, be a part of the panel. We know that Gospel of Bob is live. They've been live for the last 20 hours. Don't come over here in my chat putting, oh, Gospel of Bob is live. Go over to the Gospel of Bob. Don't even get on my panel saying the Gospel of Bob is live. Go over to see Gospel of Bob. Don't even get on my panel and say, oh, we was talking about that. Don't do it. I'm going to take you down. I'm going to block you. We had an issue last week with a supporter. You know, his name was, y'all know that man's name. Solid Snake. Loud, obnoxious. Coming over here, trying to steal viewers and subscribers for the Gospel of Bob. We're not having it. We're not having it. They monetize. They getting super chats. They ain't came over here and supported. After I done put they yeah, salty. After I done put they link in the chat and all of that. So I'm gonna say it again. That is also incorporated in the rules. So those are the rules. Thank you guys. Now we can get into the show. As I said, I've been feeling a little overwhelmed at the mark. But on Tuesday, the doctor gave me really good news as far as like you need to be doing more. So I'm trying to do more, pushing myself to walk in everything. That was like my saving grace. Now I am able to, you know, go home and see my mom and my dad because I haven't seen my family in some months, a very long time. I think, I don't even want to lie to y'all. Like, I don't even know the last time I seen her. Been a while, so I'm be able to do that, and I'm hopefully going to be, you know, putting it through the airport, trying to do all that good stuff. But yeah, I just can't wait. And then the fact of like I am doing a little bit more in regards to my kid, like she has to just go through the motions of mommy not being able to be 100%. So I'm like at 40% and mom bill. So now I'm like going to be walking a little bit more. You know, it's time for school shopping. So I figure I could like Uber and all that stuff and just walk around a little bit, get her there going. So those things are going to start. But it's just been a lot. It's just been a lot. The biggest thing that we're talking about tonight is knowing yourself, being authentically you. Also, the power of the P. Now, look, I didn't come up with that topic, the power of the P. I try to listen to the subscribers and the supporters and the things that they say and they suggest. So, there is this notion that women are powerful. Women are powerful with their virtue and the things that they possess. And some may feel that their anatomy is one of those things that makes them powerful. Or maybe the essence of that anatomy makes them powerful. So we're going to discuss that. We're going to discuss what's the tea. Sure, you guys are wondering, what's the tea? Yeah, what's the tea? This app, this new app that came out for women, and women were. I'm sorry, someone was texting asking me what happened to the stream. Women were. I'm gonna tell you about it. Don't let me go into it, but it's an app for women to like a dating app is what was said to find out about their man. And lastly, when men get money, they want to provide and do for their women. And when women get money, they supposedly want to go their own way astray and be more independent. Is that true? Is that true? And is there any truthness to those statements that was brought up to me by a man himself? So as I say, I never want to not listen to the supporters, but give me 1 second as I find this article about what's the tea. 1 minute here. So I have so many things in this last week I was supposed to do a show, and I sent it to myself doing that show for that show, but I forgot to get up here for the show. So damn it. Let me find it. It says, let's see who's here. I don't blame you, though. I don't know if Ride's talking about Urban Podcast. Thank you for joining country. Girl, what the fuck took you so long? What you mean? I've been on. I just had to resend the stream. Send me a link. Welcome. Thank you. Let me see if I can find me. Give me like a couple seconds. I promise it's gonna be quick. It was like the tea. What's the tea? It's this app, and the app crashed, and it was for it was for women to supposedly find out what was going on with their okay, I don't want to say their significant others. So it's an app for women to date men, but supposedly women are basically giving the tea on the men. These men pictures are posted, names are posted, and women who are trying to date them, underneath them is like a review of that man. Won't spend more than $50 on a date. Been out with 10 of my friends and tried to marry me, has 12 baby moms and only takes care of 9 kids. It's that kind of app. It also like says things like someone put on there like, he smashed me and left me dry, or he all types of stuff. That's what the tea is. So it's an app that came through Apple. You pay like a subscription and everything for it. So it allows the women to rate the men anonymously, so you never know. Like, supposedly it's anonymous, but once you get into putting something online or something, you already got some type of digital imprint. But that app crashed. It was hacked, and the women's credit cards who subscribed to it, because you got to pay for the subscription, was taking pictures, all these things that they had subscribed, the information they had inputted to get the subscription. But they did all of this so they can find like the quote unquote perfect man. But some men now are feeling that this app is I don't want to say not worth it, but they feel that the app is defamatory and slanderish, because it's based on the woman's experience and opinions. You don't necessarily know how the encounters what those two people went. So they feel that those things that the women are saying are very subjective. So my thing is, why would you pay so much for that? It's like $69 or something a month to find out about this man and what he's doing. And some women also pay to find out about their current men, like who they're in relationships with. I think that I always try to wait to get my opinion, but I think that is crazy. First of all, I'm too cheap. I'm just too cheap. And if you don't like me to use the word cheap, I'll use the word frugal. Whatever, whatever. But if you gotta do all that when you get with this guy, like hand on apps, background checks. Now, some background checks, I can understand that, but I just feel like if I'm doing a background check or if I think to do a background check, that's already enough for me to say I need to walk away from like that situation. It's craziness. It's craziness. It's just really craziness. So now, I don't understand it, but it could be helpful. I mean, who knows? A lot of people have. I've seen a lot of incidents now where women have seen their men on there, who have had other girlfriends. People are saying this is my dude. Other women are saying how's that your dude? But that when that's my dude, and I'm just like, whoa, we. So it's really like a lot of drama. So when you say what's the tea, it's definitely what's the tea. Like they definitely giving a tea on that, and it's very subjective. And the men are definitely gonna have to find out a way to, I don't know, protect themselves. I ain't even trying to get on the app. My thing is that, just when you go looking for something, when you go looking for stuff, that's when you find it. Like just I don't want to say let things just let it happen. Let it come to you. That's what I feel. Just let it come to you. You just spend all your time trying to figure out what somebody doing. Spend all your time trying to figure out why. Why? Or if you got to do that much, just walk away. Easier said than done. I know. Trust me, I know. But I'm just saying, I'm not fucking paying $69 for that. Hell no. Hell no. Like what? On her lies. There you go, Lana. I should have known you was gonna say that it's lies from the woman, of course, because that's what you do. You think all women be lying anyway. So, what do you think about the man and the woman as far as like finances? When a man gets hits gold or gets to wherever he aspires to go, how he wants to splurge on the woman in his life, or I guess the woman who he's dating or something, or his woman, his wife, or whatever. And for a woman in comparison, that woman wants to be single or wants to be more independent. What brings that on, and what are the major differences in that? Someone asked me to drop the link. Give me 1 second. That shit is crazy. I'm still thinking about the tea, y'all. Like, yeah, and now women, we can put ourselves through a lot of hell, like with that, because my thing is things for me have to be definitive. Like, if I am going to pay for that, and if I am seeking out information for that, there's going to be something that comes after that, and it's definitely going to be the end of a relationship or something. I don't understand how a lot of people go out and look for this information, seek this information to find out if a person is cheating on them, to find if a person is doing all this, then nothing changed. Like you go back to damn loving them the next day. I have someone in the background. You guys give me 1 second. She looks like she's exercising. What are you
Hey,
doing?
Happy play, y'all. Hey, how y'all doing tonight out there, YouTube? What's going
Yeah.
on?
Your hair is really pretty.
Thank you, girl.
Who was that man behind you with no clothes on?
That was Will. He ain't that type of man. Oh, it's a lot going on. That's why I told y'all send the link earlier. Y'all could have heard this argument. Y'all would have been all ears. How's y'all
So,
doing?
oh, how was your Saturday going? Or Sunday morning?
I'm outside tonight.
Mm.
I'm outside tonight.
Are you at someone's house?
Yep, waiting on them. It's 12 o'clock. Look like I'll be making my way back home.
Y'all going out or you just go home?
We supposed to be going out, but they ain't here arguing.
Oh, okay. So where y'all going? Yeah,
They
nothing
say a
really.
gay bar, and I ain't going to the gay bar.
Girl,
Look,
who going
they
there?
go,
What
they
y'all
go, they
going there
go,
for?
they go.
I don't have to bake.
You out of control. How you
So
gonna have me be quiet on my show? You guys, we're trying to hear an argument right now that's going on.
Okay, my cousin and his roommate is arguing about disloyalty and friends that they lost, and it's like last few weeks, and it's really wild and intense. I was trying to get a link earlier so you can really get the of it, but it's no link. They probably gonna start back.
Oh no. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of debauchery going on. Hey y'all, how you doing? What's up, Bella?
They said, "How you doing, Will?"
Who's it?
My people.
What's up? How y'all doing?
Ain't he
How you
fine?
guys doing?
Anybody got your vape?
No.
Is y'all finna?
I don't know what you did with it, Will.
Mm-hmm.
And Spirit, you're gonna have to get off of here with all that
I don't know
debauchery.
what we gonna do. I'm gonna get out of here and I'm gonna come back.
Mm-hmm. Have a good night. She got off right when I said that. I said, Spirit, you gotta get off here with all that debauchery. To each his own and everything, but I don't want to put out a different message. Like, I don't even like commercials or shit like that. So we're not about to go there. Back to what I was saying. Hey, Foxy, thank you for joining. Tonight we're talking about when a man gets money, he wants to provide for his woman. When a woman gets money, she wants to leave and be more independent. Also, what's the tea? I'm not sure if you know what the tea is, but it's an app where women actually rate men. Men are on there, and those men are rated by women. Women pay to, give the tea on them if they've had dates with them, what those men do sexually, all that stuff. So, that is what we're talking about. Lionel, the question was, what you mean? The question about men providing for when men get money, they want to provide for their woman. And when women get money, they usually want to leave or be more independent. Why is that? Well, what is the major differences that make women feel that way? Also, what's the teeth app? Would you pay for that? As far as like, trying to get the tea on a man before you go dating and everything like that. And what's the other thing? Lionel, you be talking to maybe forget the question. And the other question, let me go to my notes. Y'all forgive me. If I had a commercial break, I would use it right now, but I don't have a commercial break. But some people not paying attention. Oh, the power of the P, you guys. It's the main topic tonight. I forgot. What is it that the woman possesses that makes her so powerful? Some men have said that women possess this power in her essence, in her walk, in her anatomy, and all these things that make her powerful, and that she doesn't even know how powerful that she is or that she can be, and the things that she can get over on men. Some examples being that men are often talking about women and how they've been jilted in relationships. And if these men are talking about it, then they're definitely focused on winning a woman over. But that woman at times necessarily doesn't know or is very, what do we want to say, wayward with her power. Can that woman use her power negatively when trying to want to use the word lure because the man pursues the woman, right? So when with a woman, does this woman use this power that she has, you know, in a negative way? Or is it always for a good way? So, Lionel, that is the question, and you should be the first one to come up here to talk about it and answer it since you wanted me to. They do not use it negatively all the time. So, can you please tell me what is the power that women possess if you're not able to get on the panel? What is that power? I know that women can I don't so as I said, I didn't bring this topic up because I myself am a woman. I'm trying to find a way to talk about this. I would like to know some examples of the power that they possess or the ways that they exert and show that power. It's so many in y'all in here. I know somebody gonna answer this question, right? Somebody. Just give me something to work with. And I know it just can't be the anatomy. It definitely can't be the see, that's what I'm that's what I'm saying because I definitely want to think that more of men. I want to think more of men when I see that. And my thing is like when you get tired with that as a woman, when you get tired with that as a woman, like it's not about the show is not about our power. It's about what these men think. Are we really using that for power? Now I would say that this topic is very hard to talk about. Like jeez. I would say that in my younger years, I have been in situations with men, friendships, or just, knowing people. And I've known that there could be something that they found an interest in with me or that they liked about me or just my presence. And I would initially use that to probably get things that I probably needed at the time. I've had male friends, and I don't want to say that they all stood for something because there have been great male friends in my life. But you can have friends and you get things from friends. I particularly had a friend who I needed to leave alone because he would do any and everything for me. And I realized that he would do any and everything for me because he valued me and wanted me in a different way than I wanted him. So I had to asking him for anything of the years later, eventually after, getting things from him. But I really needed it as a friend. But after I found out that it was more to that, I had to stop. But I'm gonna stop there. Thank you, Molo, for joining the panel. Hi, happy Saturday to you. How are you?
Good. I'm so happy to hear that you are improving.
You sound low. Let me see if I can turn your mic up.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Go ahead.
I was saying I'm so glad to hear of your progress.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Yes, I know it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, I haven't walked since November of last year, and then I was completely debilitated starting in April. So it's been really good now. I am hopeful, and I can see how we do work every day but never really notice it.
Mm-hmm.
I can just see the work that I'm doing every day, step by step.
That's so good.
How are you doing?
I'm great. It's been such a long week, girl.
I know. I feel it too.
Mm-hmm.
And tomorrow's Sunday, so it's just gonna start right back over.
I know. It seemed like why do weekends gotta go by so fast?
I have no idea.
It's so wrong.
Yeah, it's just they say it's only 2 days, and then some say it's only one day. Who knows?
Right?
Mm-hmm.
You really only get well, I guess Friday is cool, but the older I get, I be too tired to, really just kick it on Friday.
Yeah,
Saturday, it does
yeah,
seem like one day. Sunday, you preparing to go back to work. So
yeah. Because Saturday you spend all your time trying to get everything that you could possibly do throughout the week that you can do on Saturday done. It's
right.
terrible. It's terrible.
It,
So Mo, what do you think about the power of the P? Do you think that women possess this power that we do or don't know about?
it's absolutely 100% powerful. However, for how long, right? How many times do you hear me say, "Oh, it was good," but what else do you have to offer? You
Mm-hmm.
have to have that and some. It's absolutely powerful. But again, for how long? How
Yeah.
long is they gonna keep a man? And then another factor is who is the man. You have some men who are just used to getting it depending on their status or their appearance. Women will throw it at them, unfortunately. I
Mm-hmm.
guess fortunately for them. Um, and then you have guys who are not used to it.
Mm-hmm.
So sometimes that may be all it takes. They
Yeah.
may be that may be all some men require. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess it depends on the person.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
And when you hear that term power of the P, do you feel that it's just that literal? Do you think that's all they're talking about is the anatomy, that part, and nothing else but it?
I think when you give it up so easily, it loses power and value.
Mm-hmm.
I think you win by withholding sometimes. Like if
Mm-hmm.
you just give it up, it's like okay, they don't already because the thrill, right? Sometimes it is the thrill of the chase, even though some men say it's not, it is. But if
Mm-hmm.
you just give it up like that, it's like, oh, well, she probably does that with him
Yeah.
too. So
Yeah, because I don't necessarily know how a vagina per se feels when you're inside of it,
hmm
but I don't I don't think that it could, feel any majorly different from the next. I would hate to say that, but I
hmm
just would like to think that there is more to the man's want and need in life than just that. Or
yeah,
is that the motivation to make him want to provide for that woman in her life?
I think it depends on the man. Now they absolutely need it. Let's so you get what I'm saying? That's a must for men.
Yeah.
But they need more than just sexual support,
Yeah.
you know?
Do they know that? Do they realize that?
I think some men do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It depends on the maturity level of the man. Like some men, when you're young and that's all you care about is the next girl or the next woman you can stick your penis inside of. You get what
Mm-hmm.
I'm saying? That's what a lot of men are chasing. But
Mm-hmm.
as men mature, I would hope that they would require more than sex.
Mm-hmm. So Lionel says men get dumb over the P. Wow.
Mhm.
Men get dumb over the idea of getting it. Wow. Stanley, I got on the megabus from New York to Virginia to get good.
Well, speak, come up here. If we making assumptions, I
Foxy
mean,
said she got on the megabus from NYC. Girl. Okay, well, I flew from Texas to DC to get some peace, so
it must have been we.
hey, let me say, says I like the honesty, right? It says
But
I like.
that's the truth. Like you have some men who are not used to getting approached or getting attention from women.
Uh-huh.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
they may be whipped by it, but when you have men who are just again used to women throwing themselves at them, that's not gonna keep them. It's powerful, but again,
Yeah.
it's temporary.
True. Foxy says it's like a new car off the lot. It's a hot pocket and feels good. My God. You know, I wasn't really ready for this tonight. I wasn't ready for this, Mo.
I know. There's a lot of old men that only care about the. Yeah, that's true too. I agree with that.
Wow. Now that one, now I've seen a lot, like my uncles, deceased and gone, rest in peace, Uncle
Mhm.
Vaughn. Yo, that was all he talked about. Like to the day he died, even when he couldn't do that no more. I remember him going through, doing what they got to do,
Yeah.
pills and all that shit. And that's my thing. Like, is it? Oh, that's even hard. Like the pills that you take to.
Mhm.
Is that more so to satisfy this woman or for your own
So
personal need so you don't show up a certain kind of way?
I think it's for all of that, to be honest. Lionel said temporary power is still power. Yeah, it is. But my point in saying that was it will fade. It's not gonna keep the man, you know.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, so my thing is, I know that you say that they're for men who get it thrown at them all the time, the JJ is not going to appease them, but
They
there,
won't be as excited as a man who's not used to it, if that makes sense.
yeah, I can definitely understand that. But there's another thing that says something about like when a man like conquers like his incarnate ways. So when that man is not moved by like lust and sex and all those
Mm-hmm.
things of that nature,
Exactly.
then the power of that can't, get him discombobulated, I guess. What about those men? Like, how do women
Um,
necessarily look at them?
I wish we had more of them. I think it depends on the space that the woman is in, emotionally, mentally, spiritually. That's going to be a key factor because some women are looking for external satisfaction too. Like, what can he give me? Whether it's sex, finances, all of that. A lot of people are not really tied to long term growth when it comes to connecting with other people. So, yeah, but when it comes to men like that, I wish we
Yeah,
had more of them. I really
yeah.
do.
So, yeah. I mean, now there was a time where I was in college and I was dating this guy, and we were doing the things that you do in a relationship, grown folk stuff. And then he didn't want to do that anymore. And he wanted to marry me and go on after that. We were like seniors in college, but I didn't know
Mhm.
how long like the marriage was going to take. And he was like doing this spiritual journey, like elevating himself and everything. So I was
Mhm.
just not with it. I was
Mhm.
just like, I don't want to be with that person. I don't want to be with you. Like, like yeah, he broke it off with me saying he had to do all this other stuff. But I was like, cool, go do that because I needed to be sexually gratified. And he no
Mhm.
longer was attractive to me because he couldn't give those things to me. So I know that you say we need more men like that. I believe those men are intentional, and I believe
Mhm.
those men make great decisions and things of that nature. But are they really? Are we really looking for them on the market like that? Like we don't. Sometimes we
I,
don't necessarily know the gold that they possess from the decisions that they make because we take it as rejection and that they don't want us.
I guess again it would depend on the space that the other party is in. If
Mm-hmm.
you're saying like
I
you
so went
needed him to like satisfy you sexually and you just wasn't there and he was just focused on his spiritual journey, that's why being properly aligned is important.
there.
So I think that was wise for y'all to split.
Yeah.
That only
Hmm.
makes sense.
Yeah.
It's about being aligned because I understand somebody who's like, okay, I'm not into spirituality or that wouldn't work for me. I want
Mhm.
A, B, and C. You get what I'm saying? So I
Yeah.
think it's all about who you align with, and we
Hmm.
just have to learn to respect each other's
Yeah.
differences, I guess.
Thank you for that. Speak. I am not upset with you. I do not know where that is coming from. Speak says Urban White. Yeah, I'm not upset with nobody. I'm just they confuse me. I was gonna say, so do you think that a man who is captivated and powered by the JJ, do you find him to be a weak man?
I don't. Um. Oh yeah, in a way I do. In a way, but I don't know. That's kind of hard, honestly. Like if it's somebody that's really not, I guess maybe he doesn't put himself out there. It may not even be that he just doesn't get approached. It could just be him being an introvert. But I don't think he's weak. I just think you have to get with somebody that's mature enough to not take advantage of you if you do open up and show that you really care. But we live in 2025. Majority of women would say yes, that guy's weak.
Mm-hmm. So saying that we live in 2025, would you say that the culture that we live in now, that women take that their JJ and use it for negative power?
Yes. A lot of things are only transactional. That's it. What can I get from you? Everybody is, well, not everybody, but a lot of people are just, we live in a selfish mindset type of society. What can I get out of this? People are not 9 times out of 10 looking at it from a perspective of how can I add to this? What can I give to make the situation? You get what I'm saying? It's just crazy out here.
Yeah, thank you for that. Does a man so you don't think that a man who is captivated by a woman is weak? What the Because this came from the man. He said that we don't know the power that we possess. How, I guess what I'm trying to say is, if something overtakes you or overrules you, how can you stand up and be strong in that moment with it?
What do you mean? Like, can you be more specific?
So I would say that if I'm digmatized, I can't make rational decisions when it comes to the person that I'm with. Everything would be a go for me. Most likely, I'll probably be naive and impressionable, and I wouldn't necessarily feel that I am weak. I wouldn't necessarily feel that I'm strong. I would feel that the power of that man's penis has me, and because of that, I can't make the necessary decisions that I need to make. So I wouldn't feel weak, strong in that moment. And you said you don't feel a man is weak who's powered by other JJ. So I was asking, like,
So, I guess I would say you would have to fight. You know where I stand spiritually. That's lust, and lust can be very strong. You didn't say, you get what I'm saying. We say nothing about love. We just saying, oh, the D is
yeah.
So you
Yeah,
get what
so
I'm saying? And that's hard to overcome. I get it.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. Like when I hear someone say the power of the P, I don't necessarily, and that's what I'm saying. I could possibly be wrong. I don't necessarily see them speaking of it as just the JJ. I see them speaking of the whole essence of that woman. A woman can talk to a man a certain way. She can smile, smell a certain way. She can just be supportive and then
Absolutely.
go not even, and
Your nails are so pretty. I love that color. I love your nails, that color.
Oh, thank you. I think that those things, women use those things necessarily can use those in a negative way. Lionel says they can get their bills paid, their mortgage paid.
Absolutely. Sometimes what's so crazy is without even giving it up. I'm just saying.
So that was my next.
I think it depends on the humility also of the woman.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's easy to say, oh, I know my blah, blah, blah got some power.
Yeah.
But even without that, you get what I'm saying? Like,
And I think that's the woman who does not know the power that she possesses because she's so humble, she's so meek. She doesn't use her essence for bad intentions. Like she's just naturally out here awaiting,
So is it, do you think it's not like, do you think it's because meekness doesn't always mean weak? It just means that you're using wisdom. Like, I
Yeah.
don't have nothing to prove. You get what I'm saying? Like a lot of
Mhm.
people love to brag about, oh, this dude did this for me, or this dude. I could say, you get what I'm saying? A lot of us
Yeah.
could say that. It just depends on the person. But I
Yeah, I
think
don't think it's anything
humility is like, I don't know. I think it's a good thing. But I also do agree that sometimes people can be too humble. So is
Yeah.
that really humility, or maybe the person doesn't know their worth? Those, it's like a thin line
Oh wow, really?
between the two. I think so, because some people can view a person being like really humble as like maybe not sure of who they are, the power that they possess, when in reality they're just, again, like you said, meek or humble.
I think I've encountered situations like that
Mm-hmm.
where people will take me as weak or something because I'm a quiet type demeanor person. I have a lot of gratitude and appreciation like throughout the day. You
Mm-hmm.
raised in Texas and in the South, and I'll probably go over and beyond just to make sure a
Because we're
person.
in the South, right?
Oh, in South South, what you know. So yeah, and people have taken me, and they have taken me to feel like, and exactly that word you said, unsure. What's another word? Insecure, as far as
Yeah.
like decisions that I make or something. But I'm very sure in things. So I think that was wow, Mo, wow. And I've
Mm-hmm.
never really saw a person being humble as being able to be taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Yeah, I don't think humility means naive.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Mm.
doesn't.
We have Urban on the panel. Thank you, Mo, for that. We have Urban on
Mhm.
the panel. Thank you, Urban, for joining. We are talking about the power of the P. When you hear that statement, exactly what do you think of that, Urban?
Um, Ross, how you doing? Salute, Mo. What's up with it? So with
Hey.
it.
Hey.
Well, when I think about this, I think that it's a lot of validity behind it. It's a lot of validity. It's
Mm,
a lot of truth behind it. Yes, women do tend to use the power of their P to, get various things, like gifts or any other type of thing as well too, depending on that type of woman. Now, I will say this: that there are different levels of women. There are some women like I say Mo because I've been knowing Mo longer. So there are women like Mo who they wouldn't solicit their body like that in that way unless they're actually in a committed relationship and they're getting it in a transactional return. But there are other women out there who's opposite of that and they'll absolutely use their body to get whatever it is that they want at any given time. That's why we have a pandemic of simps out there right now because they keep falling for it every single time.
mm.
That's real.
So now you did mention that when women are in relationships and things of that nature. So when women are being dated or courted and men are giving and doing, are they wrong for receiving certain things if they don't have intentions of being with that man?
No, because relationships are transactional anyway, so there ain't nothing wrong with it. But at the end of the day, it could be about intentions, if we want to say that. Some
Mm-hmm,
people have bad intentions, some people have good intentions. Some people
mm-hmm,
want to have a transaction so they can have a sexual night and nothing more, nothing less. Others they
mm-hmm,
want more out of it.
yeah, understand. Yeah, I think. Hmm. Hmm. So, do you see men often being captivated by the power of the P?
Absolutely, absolutely. That's why we have a pandemic of simps. after right now because so many simps keep falling for the power of the P all the time. You know what? Dudes fall for the power of the P where they end up getting into situations where they're getting hurt, getting arrested, or they end up losing their life over as well too. So the power of P actually causes wars and stuff, you know.
So is a simp a man who will do things for women, or is that a weak man?
Well, I don't view a simp as a weak man. Now, if you're talking about a beta man, then yeah, that's a weaker version of a man. But simps, all they doing, they just participate in a transaction or whatever else that they're looking for. Some dudes want a transaction in a relationship. Some dudes want a transaction with, just having sex, and that's it.
But y'all know what though? I think that they use the word simp too freely. Do y'all like sometimes if a man is like taking up for a woman, if she's being disrespected, they'll call you a simp. If you support a woman like financially on YouTube, oh, you simping over her. So it's weird. Yeah.
So yeah, I agree with you because a lot of people do not know the definition of an actual simp. You know what I'm saying? So they use it, wrong. Just like using what's the word everybody be using that toxic word? I forgot. I can't think of right now. I've been on panels debating all night, y'all.
Have you?
Yeah, yeah, but
my blood pressure be sky high. I be over here red mad.
So what is the definition?
That's what it is. Narcissistic.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the actual definition of a simp is a man who uses his resources to get a transaction in return for a woman, to sleep with her pretty much, or whatever it is he's trying to get out of value with her.
So is it a trick?
Yes.
It can be. It can be. Absolutely. Now that part that you mentioned where you're saying that this is a simp for a dude to try to protect a woman that he don't know. Now I kind of draw the line on that because I personally don't believe a man should protect a woman that he don't know. He should only be obligated to protect the woman that's in his immediate circle.
Yeah, see,
I
totally disagree with that.
I do too, and I'm speaking from like a panel perspective too. Like I've had men cover me and go off on other men for them disrespecting me, and they'll call that man a simp. And I think that that's weird when we should have men who will stand up and check other men. If you a real man, and vice versa with women.
I think the major difference when we mention simp is that a simp will do anything to get any type of affection or love or sex from a woman, and that woman doesn't have to give him anything back. Like he will give anything to her, and he doesn't expect any reciprocity or whatever. He just feels that as long as he gives and as long as he's giving to her, then she will. He can get what he needs from her, but he doesn't require her to give love. To feel anything from him. That's I think the caveat in that when we mention the word simps. But I think that men inherently should be protective of the women in society. So if a man is out and about and he sees a woman being harmed, you don't necessarily have to go physically diffuse the situation, but whatever you can do, whether that's make a phone call the cops, do something to intervene to make sure that this woman is protected. When men see young girls, all those things, I think that men should protect the women in society because they're out here as the protectors of society. So there are women who are out here who are not married, and those women are not married because they can't get a man or because they're ratchet women. It's just some women out here who haven't been in a relationship or who haven't been chosen yet. There are women out here who are single in life, as far as like do not have any siblings and like brothers, sisters, or anything. Those women get assaulted. Those women get catcalled. All those type of things. They should be protected by someone, not necessarily going out with the intentions of, oh, somebody's going to protect me today. But when I see a man, I feel more comfortable at times. I'm not fearful or anything, but I feel like it's going to be a more calm situation if something
Mhm.
happens. Some
So,
men in here
so
will take care or in that way. That's what I think, Urban.
So my rebuttal on that would be this: if we are living in a perfect society where we're actually a monolith, then I would agree with you that it's the man's responsibility to protect and provide provision for women, even women that they don't know. But the reality is that we're not a monolith at all. Period. We're nowhere near being a monolith, and we're never are going to be a monolith. Period. So therefore, since we're not a monolith, then it's not a obligation for men to want to protect women on that level. Then on top of that, we're dealing with feminism as well too, where feminism is teaching women to be strong and independent. There I'm not saying y'all, but there are women out there that believe that they don't need a man to survive at all. Period. So if they don't need us, then what's the point of us sacrificing our life if they're not going to even respect it if we decide to do that anyway?
Isn't that kind of moving the goalpost though of just protecting a woman if you see her possibly being harmed?
No, it's not moving the goalposts. It does accepting reality for what it is.
So that goes to the other question I posed on the panel. It was said to me that when men get money or obtain success in things that they've been aspiring in life, they want to provide and give to the woman in their life and impress this woman. But when women get things, obtain certain things that they aspire in life, they want more independence. They want to be on their own. Do you believe that's truth to that statement, and why, Urban?
What was statement again? I'm sorry.
I said in regards to what you said, it said that when men get money or obtain certain goals, they want to provide for the woman in their life and do for that woman. But when women hit their goals and obtain things, they most so want to be independent and go their own way. Do you believe that is truth to that statement? And if so, why?
Yes. So when it's dealing with men providing provision, absolutely, we want to be that person to provide for our woman. Now, if it be the other way around, if it be the woman who have the provision, men typically don't care about that period. They don't care about a woman education. They don't care about a woman on finance or the type of money they have or nothing like that. Other than if they are a beta man, that's different. But real men, they don't care about that period and stuff because they just want to fulfill their obligation of their provision and protection.
So then, the woman, do you think that is it the feminist culture that makes the woman now not necessarily care to be taken care of or provided for by a man once she gets her own or her money?
Yeah, correct. I do believe in that because of feminism. Once again, teach women that you should be strong and independent and go without a man. On the matter of fact, on this feminist movement that corrected that whole narrative about the bear, where they say that they feel more protected with an animal than being with men. Which, to be honest with you, I can understand the sentiment behind it because they're saying that there are men out there who are predatory, which I agree. There are men who are out there who are predatory, but that doesn't mean that's the whole collective. There are that's like that. But however, once again, feminism teaches that now it is the collective that's like that. And, you should be independent. And then if you need a man, then you just need to have him for transactional value. And that's it, nothing more, nothing less.
So if a woman is with a man and she's getting money and all those things now, and now that man is, I guess in need of her money, and she's in a relationship with her, wouldn't it be rightfully so for her to do it by herself if there's no benefit to that in that relationship?
Yeah, correct. Because once again, relationships are transactional. So he'll have to provide some type of value to her. If he don't have the monetary value, he have to provide something else, whether status or he's doing something that's of value. Like say for example, he may have like a certain skill set that he could bring into the relationship. She may not know how to change a tire. He do. He could provide that skill where he could provide it to her as a transaction. He may know how to cook better than her. He could provide it, as a transactional value besides money. So there are different things that he can do until he get to that monetary value. But I wouldn't even recommend a man to even be in a relationship if he don't, have no money, because that's part of his social status.
Mm, mm. Okay, thank you for that. Let's see what the comments are saying here. Stanley saying his point is women are not the cause. I believe that's when we were talking about that other topic. It says weak. Stanley doesn't believe that simps are weak. Is that correct, Stanley? Stanley, he blames men on his own channel, but not tonight. Okay, so we kind of behind in these comments, so I don't know what they're talking about.
Oh yeah, I do. I hold both men and women accountable, depending on what topic I'm talking about.
Mhm.
But I'll be talking about a certain type of man and
Hey,
a certain
Stanley,
type of
thank you
woman.
for joining. Lionel says same boys is odd when I've heard 50 plus and 60 plus year men doing it. They
So
are.
Stanley was saying the power of the P created the manosphere, and I said, yeah, it caused them to be bitter, screaming out panels all day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree with that. It created the manosphere in the red pill, to be honest with you, and the blue pill and the passport bros. It created all that because dudes failed on their transactions. They try to use that transaction to
And
get
you
what they
know
want,
what?
and they didn't get it.
And
Why they wanted it.
everything that y'all are saying is fact, right? But my perspective is somewhat different. Like, I think we live in a society who how can I say this? Doesn't possess a lack of accountability. Like, today's culture, there is this, I guess, growing trend of literally glorifying manipulation. And people tend to call it like game or a strategy. But in my mind, and I think I'm pretty sure other people, using somebody like for advancement and then discarding them, it shows like a lack of character to me and integrity. And then I think it also depends on the woman. I always say it depends on the type of people that you hook up with, because some women are raised in survival mode versus love mode. So they're raised to have a mindset of secure the bag, even though money is important. I'm not negating that it is, but that's the only thing that they focus on is securing the bag versus build a bond, depending on what they've seen and again, just what they've been taught. So they come from a mindset of use him, I guess, before he uses me. And that's where a lot of distrust, bitterness, and failed partnerships come in. And like they were saying in the comments, gender wars,
Yeah.
and people aren't honest. People will pretend for a long time like this is what I want, and in reality it's not. Let's just keep it 100% real from the get-go. It would save a lot of heartbreak, a lot of people, a lot of confusion.
Well, I think that it's kind of like a criminal, and it's kind of like what you say, when people are in survival mode, they just want to survive, and when people are a criminal, they're trying to just get what they need and for that situation, and they're not worried about who they hurt. And there are some people who don't want folks to be hurt, but there is some strategy in both of those examples. And I think that when it comes to the power of P for women now, like you said, it is now a strategy. I believe that with the example of Shannon Sharpe and the 19-year-old girl, knowing that she was going to lay down with him, knowing that she was going to try to exploit him for money, and she won. I think that the situation with P. Diddy, unfortunately, Cassidy got all the money that she got, and she endured all the pain that she endured. It was unfortunate, but there was some power that she also held in that situation because of what she possessed.
Right.
There are the women that go over now who get crap on, and they know that they will be defamed. They know that they will be looked upon like a crazy fool. My grandma say don't say fool, I'm sorry. But they'll do that because they know how much money they can get from a man. And then one case of this girl who screamed that she was raped by a football team, a college football team, and then she had to come back and say that she was lying. But she received all this sympathy. She got all this money and everything. Like, these people literally wake up with a strategy of knowing that I could lure, I could smile. They going out to buy the best perfume, get the best clothes for that day or that night. And, you know, because their strategy is to get money. And I think that is the criminalistic part of that power that these people possess.
So,
And do you think that women should do time? Like, you literally destroy a man's reputation.
Yes, I think they should.
And that's crazy that women can get away with that.
So question, we're talking about strategy now. So is strategy wrong if it achieves the optimal result that you're looking for?
I do.
Yeah, I think that, okay, so I think that wrong is wrong. So if your strategy is to wrong someone, and in that you have to deceive them, lie to them, manipulate them, all those things are wrong. So yes, I find that to be wrong, that particular strategy.
Right. And can't you like obtain strategy without being deceitful and manipulative? You can still have a strategy and say, okay, this is what I want. If you give me this, then I can also offer you this. What's wrong with being honest? You get what I'm saying?
But where it sounds to me is that y'all looking at it at a point of it being unethical, you know what I'm saying, or immoral, you know what I'm saying. And
when you manipulate the person and lie.
Yeah. So even that's determined by, you know, the eyes of the beholder. One person will see that it's, you know, deceitful and lying, but the other person will see that it's not that at all. You're just trying to achieve a current result. You know, in this case, it's P.
So I guess it depends on, I guess the key would be being transparent about your intentions and what you want. So if you're not being honest, what's the opposite? You're being manipulative, deceptive. It is what it is.
Yeah, so because for me, Urban, I look at it like there is only one way to live. You're either wrong or you right. You know what's wrong, you know what's right. You choose wrong, you choose right. You harm people or you don't. You kill people or you. That's what I think that life is. So if you choose to manipulate and still to gain something, regardless of what you need it for, regardless because your rent needs to be paid or your kids need to eat, you still are silly manipulate. I find that to be wrong. Now, to each his own, but in the life that I live every day, I choose moral and ethics over state law and legislation and all that kind of stuff.
And stupid social media talking points.
So I had did a reaction video of this young lady, right? She had left her children in the U.S. postal truck at a daycare, right? So I reacted to that. But that's not what I'm gonna talk about. What I'm gonna talk about is one of the people who reacted to the video. They said they had said that, hey, all of us have did something like that where we had to do to take care of our children. So this goes back to the ethical versus unethical part of this conversation, where some people, they believe that, hey, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to take care of my children. If I'm gonna want to go and leave my children in the car to do what I gotta do, I'm gonna do what I gotta do. If I gotta take my children to work with me, I'm gonna do what I gotta do and stuff. And they know it's unethical to do it. They know it's immoral to do it, but they choose to do it anyway. But others, like yourself, on Roz and Mo, y'all see that as unethical. You know what I mean?
Said all of us, all parents have done that.
No, that's what they said. They said that all parents have did that.
I do see it. But the thing is that, and this is often what people have an issue with, where they say you can tell me something, but I don't change my opinion. Definitely, I see it as people have to do what they have to do, but it's still unethical. She knew that when she woke up this morning, that she didn't have a babysitter, and she is taking her chances on taking her kids to work. I don't want to do this, but this is what I have to do. This is unethical. This may be immoral. I might lose my job, but I got to do it. I didn't say that she shouldn't have did it. I definitely think that, if she lost her job or if something came from that, then she should fully be aware and be able to accept the consequences of that. But I fully understand that, you had to do it. And she understood that she had to do it. But she should also understand that it's a possibility that she could also lose her job, opposed to possibly just calling in that day.
Yeah, right. Call in, child. It's one day.
Yeah, exactly. I also made that point too, because when I did a reaction to that video, a lot of people got mad and stuff. I got trolled on it and everything because I made the point to say that, hey, overall, even though that her baby daddy did what he did to her, right, she was still wrong for putting them children in that government vehicle. She could have kept them inside the daycare the whole entire time until a ride came, but she decided to do that. But here's another thing too, is that people live in different realities. What you feel that's moral and ethical, other people don't live in that reality at all.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard to kind of push it to, to tell that person, well, what you did is wrong and it's unethical, when that's all their life they've been doing that.
Yeah, true.
It's Foxy comment for me. She said, I never did that, nor sold my pee. Girl, okay.
Hey, Foxy, she kind of being disingenuous one way or the other. It happened.
Wow.
She just don't want to admit it.
No, like, why is that so hard for y'all to believe that some women don't have to do that? Why is that so hard?
Lionel's okay. Who was watching say I never did that or sold my people to feed my kids? Lionel is not combative. It's Blue Jay. Hey Blue Jay, thank you for joining. Lionel is not combative. It's obvious. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all in the chat. Oh my God, Foxy, like you stopped the press for that. And Mo, you are so right. Every woman does not have to do that. And I ain't never did that, and I don't ever expect to do that. Get to the point where I have to do it.
I'm in
here said that we are being disingenuous. So go ahead.
No, she is being disingenuous because every woman have been out on a relationship, been out either on a date or wherever case may be, right? And they required for that dude to pay for that meal. It's very rare that a woman would want to go Dutch with a dude on the first date. So after when that dude, no, check this out. After when the dude do what he got to do to pay for the meal, give her what she want, give her a good time. That's considered as a transactional deal. And guess what? She done sold her pee, and she's going to reward him by giving up her pee.
What, for food, for dinner? Where y'all put these women at? Are they desperate?
Not.
A lot of women does that. A lot of women do that.
Child, I can't relate.
First
for
of all,
food,
that is not selling you. Oh my God.
Oh, child. What?
So,
a matter of fact, if y'all go on my community wall right now, I have no listen. If y'all go on my community wall right now, and I had posted a post on there, and it showed this post showed that it was a woman who literally was posted that her mouth was hurting, but she got her kids school clothes, meaning that she set up her had to go down to the dude to get her school clothes.
But my thing is, like, I guess for me, and this I normally don't. I had somebody send me what I think it was $2,700 through Cash App last year. I ain't never seen them. They ain't never touched me. So I'm trying to figure out how the hell
thank you.
Do women have to open their legs for a meal?
That's what I'm saying. I think that is more women who I don't want to cut you off, Mo. I'm so sorry. Go ahead.
That just triggered me. Like, I'm just like
yeah, but I think that is more
Mo, you sounded just like T in that moment.
I think that it's more women out here like Foxy, Mo, and myself, than what people think. Women are not out here sleeping to get school clothes and shit like that. And this
Wait,
is the
wait a minute,
power
what?
of, and this is where I say the power of the P is way more than just the vagina. Because as Mo said, men have not seen her, probably haven't seen the kids, but they still want to send and do. There are men who haven't seen me prior to now. You guys don't try to get me in trouble. I mean nothing. There are men who have never been with me sexually, but they want to give to me, provide
Yes,
something, invest in my
yes.
kids' life, because whatever. Men will do that and they don't have to get the vagina, but that is the power of the P. That is more so the essence that she possesses, the energy that she carries, all that kind of stuff. Women don't have to sleep with men like that. Men are truly out here giving up, providing, and doing these things and not getting vagina.
Thank you. And I that's why I always say I guess it depends on the woman. That's gonna be key also. Because
Mhm.
if you get what I'm saying, if a woman says, if you take me out to eat, I'll give it up to you, that's like really weak to me.
That's the whole.
That's what I'm saying. So for men to think like that's what majority of reality is today, I don't believe that. There are still women of integrity, and there are still women who possess power outside of the P.
Yeah.
When men
So,
send you money and they ain't never met you in person, that's a different type of power. Okay.
Oh,
so Mo, let's revisit the
I
statement
love
that
you,
you gave
Urban.
earlier. Let's revisit the statement that you gave earlier. You said that this dude had gave you this money, right? But he never seen you or anything like that, right?
Well, not in person, right?
Yeah, not in person, correct. So you are aware of that. That's what they do on OnlyFans, correct? I'm not saying that you a
Oh,
OnlyFans
but
model, but I'm just using.
the thing is though, we have been talking for like 8 or 9 months. I'm not a hoe.
Yeah,
Let's
yeah, yeah.
there.
Yeah,
Don't even be
yeah.
quiet.
Once again, let
I
me
don't
finish
care
my
about
point.
what OnlyFans do. I love they
Let me land my plane, okay? Let me land my plane. So,
child. I
so
ain't
what's
never hit a OnlyFans. What is your OnlyFans? I
let
never been
me
there.
land
What's
my
up?
plane. You got to listen and understand, okay? Let me land my plane. All right.
This is
So,
cute. Go
what
ahead.
what I'm saying is that there are men who would treat that same situation as OnlyFans, because on OnlyFans, that's what women do. They either show their body. There are some women on there, they just be in lingerie. There are other women on there, all they got to do is show their
What does that
picture,
have to do with no
similar,
love?
similar. Let me land my plane. Let me land
Okay.
my. No, listen. So there are other men. All you got to do to show. All she got to do to show simply her picture. All she got to do is look beautiful, and that's it. And they will donate to her. Period. And so that's the one point that I'm making, is that how the way men think is that when they're doing that, right, they
Mhm.
are thinking ultimately that they're going to get with you, even though it will never happen. That's the same concept of a man being in the friend zone. They be in the friend zone with women because ultimately they believe that they're going to get their woman one day.
Yeah, but this person, like they studied me and he knew what I stood for. So he knew I wasn't just somebody that he was gonna just sleep with, if that makes sense. He knew the type of woman that I was. And he a man. Of course, men's goal is to sleep with me. I would be a fool to think that that's not what a guy wants. My whole point was you don't have to give it up to get
Gotcha.
money from men. That's the point I'm making. You can
Exactly.
still possess power. Yes, there's power in the P, but we possess power elsewhere. And I'm just giving you an example as to how. Wise didn't have to give it up, she said, to
Yeah.
get what she wanted from the man. I didn't have to give it up. And that's not me bragging. God knows that's me being honest. I'm only sharing this because of the topic. But
Mhm.
that's why I get frustrated when men say, "Oh yeah, if I do this, then a woman go." It's all no. That's not reality for everybody.
Yeah, but see, I get the impression that Urban feels that, well, we were being naive, and I think that Lionel would say that too, and maybe D, because they may feel that a man won't do anything for you without any expectation. But
Mhm.
I'm just like most. I've had plenty of men just do things for me, and they ain't seen me or like
Yeah,
in person. They just had conversations with me or seen me live or whatever. Um, or even before that, even before this whole social media part, because I
so
am old, uh,
right.
men
So
would just,
The men love to troll in the chat, but y'all won't come up here. How did I miss Urban's point? Do you feel like I missed it, Rise?
No, I don't feel like I didn't see that comment. Somebody said something. Well, I feel like I say, maybe that's what they're saying. Maybe because Urban, I'm saying that I feel Urban may feel that we are being impersonable and naive because a man is not going. The men feel a man is not going to do anything for you without the expectation of getting the box. So,
But
Yeah,
the thing is, before
although we
exactly.
cannot
That's my
present it,
point. But regardless if you actually give it up or not,
yeah,
that's the
we might not
impression of
present
men
it, but
think.
their intention is always to get it, so they're not gonna spend their money on something.
right, but in my humblest way, I already won because I already got the money without giving anything up.
Yeah, I could agree to you on that, and therefore that's what makes the dude a simp.
Yeah, and that's cool, whatever they want to call it. But according to what the topic was in hand, yeah, all of us don't give it up for
Yeah, let's see what the
we don't
comments
have,
say.
all of us don't have to.
Speak says, hold up. Lionel says, Rise sounding kind of delusional. Stop it. Yeah, the hopes of one day getting some ass. Stop the cat.
You can hope all day, but I already got the thousands. Thank
Did
you.
not say the idea of the cat. Lionel says, but you're talking from a woman's perspective. Rise is talking from a man's perspective. Food exchange is not why women are sleeping with them. If they do, that's what Blue Jay said. Thank you,
I
Blue Jay.
agree.
This is some deserted island shit. Blue Jay, you're speaking from a woman's perspective. He's telling you from a man's perspective. Lionel, no, I'm talking from someone who has been on dates and met a lot of people. There's a lot of stuff going on in the chat. Wow. Wow. I can't believe it. So I think that but I think that these men giving me these gifts and giving me money and doing things for me was the power of the peak. They did not get any like anything sexual from me, but whatever it was that I possessed, they wanted to, be a part of that. So like I said, I've had situations where I've had to cut off situations with male friends just because it seemed like it was going in a different route. Not that they were inciting sex, but it got to a point where it was like, well, hey, I'm being friendly, so I'm looking for you to be friendly. Or it became like there was some type of return, never spoken on what return, or I knew that I could take advantage of the situation. They've never come at me this way, but if I keep on taking, I would somewhere feel bad because I'm not giving anything to this
Me too. And then like the guy, like we were actually talking like every day, all day. So if it's that type of thing going on, like I'm connected to the person. I'm not a gold digger. There have been men, and I've shared this on my sister channel. I don't care how much money you have. If your mindset and if we're not aligned, I will walk away respectfully. So it's not always just about a woman being able to secure a bag with a man and manipulate him for money. It's not.
Yep, yeah, but even in that statement, you're looking at it from your anecdotal experience. But
Absolutely
in
not.
reality, there are women that actually think contrary to how the way you are. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And I'm speaking up for the few of us that don't, though.
Yeah, but it's women out there that literally do that. I didn't experience. So a lot of the men in the chat have experienced them as well too. But one,
have y'all been taken advantage of by a lot of women?
Of course, men get taken advantage of. Yes.
I'm saying these men specifically because you said I'm speaking from my anecdotal experience.
Oh,
we all are. Maybe the men are too. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I could agree to that. That's why we're showing you our perspective, versus your perspective. We're not saying what you're saying is absolutely wrong,
I get it.
Oh, go ahead.
have like 6 brothers, and so a lot of male friends. I've often heard things that they'll say to me about women and what they do for them or what they're trying to do for them. And sometimes right off the rip, I can be like, yo, like this person taking advantage of you. Like, why are you doing this and doing this for this woman? And sometimes I don't understand why the men miss it. And they haven't even got with JJ then. hear my mom like saying, "You ain't even got the tail yet, and you can't even see." Like I still can't understand it. Like, you know.
Is it like just infatuation? I think it could be like strong infatuation. I also think they could really like the person, and I also think that it could be a sign of desperation.
That too.
Yeah, I could agree with you on that.
Mhm.
I agree on all the things. So one thing about it is that I do got to hold the men accountable for, you know, having that simplest behavior, thinking that they got to do these things in order to win their woman. When in reality, what they're supposed to be doing is already developing itself every way possible, you know, through status and all the stuff there. Then once when they develop them stuff that way, then they don't have to work as hard to get a woman because they're gonna automatically be attracted to them by status.
Mhm. Wise, I sent you a cash app.
Oh, thank you. I'm sorry, I didn't even see it.
You're
My
welcome.
fault. I have
just-
someone in the back named Gonabor. I don't know who that is.
He looked like he trolling you though, because he put something in the private chat.
Oh yeah, I was like not gonna let him up if he ain't show himself. Oh no, sick. Hey Spirit, did you want to speak on the topic? Thank you so much for the cash app, Mo. I truly appreciate it.
You're welcome.
We can't hear you, Spirit.
Oh yeah, you're on mute.
Spirit does look cute. Oh,
Yeah, I like the hair.
me too.
Foxy, welcome, Foxy. Thank you for joining. Happy Saturday to you. Is it Monster?
I can't hear you. Hey, Foxy.
Late.
Hey.
Mo Love, what's up, baby girl?
Hey.
She come up here
I'm
sounding
delayed,
like
right?
you come up in here sound like you straight from New York.
I know. I love
I am
it.
straight from New York.
New York.
I love it.
Hey, salute, Urban, salute.
Hey, salute, Foxy. How you doing?
What do you have to say about the topic, Foxy? What do you think about the power of the P?
Well, first of all, Urban's trying to like lie to me and say, what now? What you were saying, Urban?
I said this, Foxy. I said that whenever a woman go out on a date, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the first date, their expectation is not to go Dutch, but for that dude to pay for the full meal. So when that dude do that, right, when he fulfill that obligation to pay for that full meal, and you be happy about the transaction, normally what happens is that either that same night or later on down the line, you will give up your P as a transaction because you appreciate what he did for you.
Okay, but you were
Am I lying about that?
No, you were saying something in some cases, but you were talking about the children, and I was saying that I never had to leave my kids in a car to go handle something or go stripping or go strolling to sell my box out to get money. That's what I was saying.
Oh, okay. Oh, you're talking about that one. Yeah. So
yeah, and you was like, saying, "Oh, she's lying." No, I'm not. I never did. Right. And I was a teenage mother, and I was a single teenage mother, and still living at home, and I never had to do that. I got on welfare before I was giving out my body to the next person.
Yeah, correct. You misunderstood what I was saying. I was saying that you was being disingenuous with the first statement I was talking about, not that one right there.
Oh, so you say I was being disingenuous as far as like not if I'm going on a date and he pays for the food, and I don't have to give it up.
Yeah, correct. At one point in time,
not being disingenuous.
One point in time, you are gonna eventually give it up. Whether you give it up that same night, or you may do a 90-day rule, or whatever the case may be. Long as he's still fulfilling that obligation, taking you out on the dates, and he's paying for it, and he's making you feel happy and different things like that. Eventually, that's what's going to happen is that you're going to give up the P.
For food,
I would have to say this, and I'm gonna land my plane here. He would have to give up the P because most of the time I'm paying for the meals. I digress.
Wait a minute, he don't even got a P. What you talking about?
He got a penis.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So
You got me on that one. So even in that scenario, it's the same situation. The only difference is that eventually that's what's going to happen with him. He's going to have to do it, but same thing.
I'll just
I
say this as
think-
well. The girls, I'm like Mo and I'm like Roz, where I've had a couple of scenarios where I didn't have to do anything. I didn't have to give up my body. My mind was what it was, what it was. And I had a good friend from, we were teenagers. I was with him one time physically, one time. This man still took care of my oldest daughter, because he knew my oldest daughter. Like nothing from me. He was just wanting to make sure she was all right and everything. I didn't have to do anything. Matter of fact, he didn't even really was like, nah, because he was married and he was like, and I'm married, and he was like, but that's my girl, that's my baby girl. Like, regardless of what our relationship was, he didn't have to do that, but he did.
Mhm.
So sometimes
There's
men will
so
just
many
do that,
stories
and
like
we
that.
have to remember that there is this organicness where we're not looking for anything in return. We're that's just the nature of people, And if you're looking for something in return, then you got an ulterior motive,
Mhm.
Well, now in reality, everything's on transactional, including platonic relationships. You know what I'm saying?
I
So
hate that word.
That's true.
Yeah, so
That's true, because you go to the grocery store, that's a transactional thing. I mean, sometimes, the bodega guy will let me get some juice and some stuff, and I'm like, I don't got it. He'd be like, all right, come back. So sometimes it is, sometimes they'll just let you slide, but it is mostly, you're right, it is transactional.
Yeah, one thing I want to mention is that transactional doesn't necessarily have to include money. It could be time, it could be certain resources or whatever the case may be, but it always end it being transactional.
Reciprocation and duty.
Yeah, that's transactional too. Yep.
Yeah,
agree.
I just rather use the other words, but I hear you.
Why people don't like the word transactional?
It just sounds like it's out, because normally transactional in today's society, majority of people, when they're referring to transactional, it's normally sex and money involved. Let's just keep it real.
Yeah, I agree with you on that one. But I mean, that's no different when we use the word. What's the word y'all don't like? Oh, submit. But when we
I
use
love
the word
that
submit,
word. That's why I always say it depends on the woman. I love that word.
Mm-hmm.
That could be a little dangerous, because I had stated in the chat that sometimes it's almost like we're that survival. Like, so you're with your partner and he thinks, oh, because you're mine, I could take it. She says, no, I don't want to do it. And he then says, like back in the days, like husbands would grape their wives just because they would like, that's you mine, you're my property. So
yeah, that's twisted.
There's a fine line between this submission, because they'll use that against you as like, you're mine, so you're supposed to submit to me. You give me that anytime I want. I walk in here at 12 o'clock at night, you better be open and ready for that. Right?
Right.
And
So
that's not how it goes. She's a
Right.
person. Same thing with, and then sometimes the woman will, if they get into an argument, and it's like out of fear or survival, she'll just give it up, because she's like, I don't want him to bother me. I don't want him to do anything to me. So she'll give it up. And that's not, that's like that survival.
Right. So
Yeah.
Right, I get what you're saying, and that is very dangerous. I agree. I was speaking towards proper submission, like submission as in the way that God designed it to be. Like, because a lot of men, they love to talk about the submission part, but they don't talk about how you're supposed to also honor that woman as you would yourself. So I'm talking about somebody who's not in the business of abusing their power. So when I say like I love it, I'm talking about a man that's also properly pouring into me, if that makes sense. But a lot of these men, when they do speak of submission, it's from a controlling mindset, and it's a lot of manipulation involved. And what it's just weird to me, like I don't know.
So a lot of the men in either the red pill community or in the manosphere, when they speak about the term of submission, I'm gonna be real with you. They're talking about domestic discipline. Okay, I don't agree to domestic discipline at all. Period. Because that's what they're talking about. When they're saying submission, they're saying that they want to absolutely dominate and control that woman. If you don't do this sort of thing, then they're going to discipline you for not doing it.
So
Back
that's
in the early,
power. That's not
abuse.
yeah. So check this out. Earlier in the old patriarchal system, they used a lot of domestic discipline. That's actually what created the feminist movement.
So you're speaking of it from a different perspective, I guess.
Mhm.
So I don't necessarily think that they know that they're speaking of domestic discipline. I think that these men feel that all women are supposed to be submissive to them. All women women don't have to be submissive to all men. If that man is not leading you, if that man is not married to you, you do not have to be submissive to you. You do not have to kowtow for any of that. And that is the problem in the red pill community. They think that because they are a man, that every woman is supposed to be listening, not speaking, controlled, and submit to them. You are not a husband. You are not leading a family. You are not creating any babies. Therefore, no woman does not have to submit to you.
Hello. Yeah. Submit as in like you said, my husband or my partner. Or
They
whatever.
want to control women and tell women what to do. They want to tell that woman how they want that one. That's domestic control. Yeah. And they don't feel that they probably don't know that they're doing it because they don't feel that that's abuse.
Mm-hmm.
And I didn't
come up
mean to cut
here.
you off, Urban, but I was triggered by that.
Yeah. Speak.
Y'all get triggered by these words, man.
No, I'm just talking. Who's just talking? Speak. Hit the link.
Let me read the chat. It says, reducing relationships to transactions cheapens human relations. Exactly, Stanley. I had a show the other day about transactions and reciprocation in relationships. Lionel is called what is this? Gradacious explanation, not guilty involved. Blue Jay,
Gratuitous?
that's not. Gratuitous. Oh, okay. Blue Jay, that was
using big words tonight.
A little bit too big for me. Speak radio. No, it's not. Stop, Mo.
I don't know what y'all talking about,
So-
but virtual punches emojis.
So,
Speak,
so,
speak, say, call his name 3 times. Speak. Candyman,
Speak.
Candyman.
So what Speak is saying, I have to disagree with him on that because they are talking about that in their red pill and ministerial spaces. So matter of fact, the late great Kevin Samuels believed in domestic discipline. He did a whole show talking about domestic discipline on the Lepeef Network one time, telling them that it's okay to have domestic discipline. Now, like I say, I don't agree with that at all because that's toxic. And that's toxic and controlling.
Now, if the woman is into like whatever that is, that's on them. But to just think you're gonna like physically discipline somebody, you don't lost your mind. Now, if that's a king, that's different.
And I think that term was made because they know that there's no reason for a woman to submit to any man. So they created a term domestic discipline. What?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
And then why is it that men that don't even, I guess, when I think of submit, I'm thinking about the word. And I know everybody don't agree. But why is it that men that don't even subscribe to biblical principle, they always want to bring out that scripture? And I think that's why a lot of women be like, what are you talking about? You don't even live by that. So why is that such a big deal? That's how you know it's manipulation. You
only want it to attribute. You only want this word of the gospel to attribute to one part of your life, but not every other part.
It's weird.
Yeah, because just like I said earlier, it's being disingenuous. That just like any other person, they'll use that as a talking point, but they're not really living it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, but
it looks like spirits in the club or at the party. Oh, they made it to the party, I guess. Yo, Spirit, I just want to say you making me feel real live right now, like I am the shit because you are in the club and you on my show. Like, what? Yeah, but I think that the power of I don't know what the power of the P looks like per se. Now I do understand what Urban says about simps. I mean, I guess I don't know what it looks like for a man to be captivated by the power of the P, because I know I've been captivated by the power of the D. I am now.
I got it today. Me too.
But I like that. Like I am fully want to be captivated, and it is my kryptonite, one only and one particular person. But
Yes.
I want that, and I don't think that that is a bad look. That like, yeah, I'm weak for it, but it just makes me so strong. So I don't know how it looks for a man to be captivated by the power of the P, and if that is something that's good for him.
So speaking for a man, you know, me personally, is this that different men, they have different representations of the power of the P. Some dudes, they end up losing their mind over it, where they just become an extreme simp and they become, you know, toxic and violent over it. Others, you know, it'll just kind of manipulate them in that moment and they'll be done with it in that moment. Then you have other men where they're not even captivated by the power of the P at all. Period. All of this is just another body part for they could get their rocks off and be done with it, you know. So it does depends on them. It just depends on that man and how the way they see it.
Makes sense. The chat is going off.
Yeah, you know, when everybody pull up and start doing these thought-provoking conversations, they normally trigger the chat.
I was so glad when you came to my channel, Urban, about a month ago. Like, you really turned it up. I appreciate that.
Oh yeah, you're welcome. Yeah, you know, I'll pull up, you know, every now and then.
Yeah.
Channels and stuff.
Foxy, I want to say congratulations to your young one who just graduated from high school.
Congrats.
Yes.
That was awesome. She looks so much like you.
You think so? I know she favors her dad.
I mean,
a
I
lot.
think that she's slender. Like she looks like what I would envision you to look like as a young person, as a young girl.
Yeah, she favors me that.
Hey, Stanley, you funny than the mud, bro. Steady funny than the mud, bro.
Stanley is hilarious.
It says it's more disappointing than any. Oh, let me see. I think Lionel said something about he hoped the combo. I hope the next combo goes a bit better.
Well, why don't you?
Are you a disgruntled supporter, Lionel? I just want to know. Are you excited about the conversation tonight? Because
Blue Jay, yes, Blue Jay says Latino men are fine. What? Blue Jay, you're gonna have fun, baby girl. Woo! That's
where's she going? She going out of town or something?
She said she's a passport broad and that she's going to go to South America.
Oh wow. Okay. You should, Blue Jay. Go and get you one.
And them Jamaican men too. They a little crazy. I'm gonna tell you this. The Puerto Ricans, Dominican, Jamaican, Haitian men, woof. Good, but they crazy. So
yeah.
Hold on, who crazy? Haitians or Jamaicans? Now I know
Haitians, I'll just say Haitian, Jamaican, Dominican, Puerto Rican, Cubans.
So what's crazy about like Haitians?
What?
Are they controlling?
Yes, most Caribbean men are. That's because they just been brought up like old school. They're very like, it's my way, the highway. You know, you gotta submit to them or they beat you senseless.
Yeah, they very traditional, just like African men.
Yeah, but they got the best good, the best head. I mean, you know, that's all you just want. That's what it is. Have fun.
Haitians or Jamaicans?
All of them. That's what I'm saying. All them Caribbean men. Trinidadian.
How dare you say that about my Caribbean men? How dare you?
Because I was raised by them. I know what it is.
They are a little machismo. I would say the men are very machismo.
Very machismo.
Cultural. As in they're going to do what the man provides. The woman just does with the kids and the family. And I like all that though. So that's what I kind of used to.
Speaks that I'm a freak. I mean, listen, who isn't? I'm just keeping it real.
Oh wow. Oh, my battery. Oh man, y'all gotta fix my battery on my computer. Give me a second.
Yeah, don't mess with the hate. They got that voodoo stuff. Like you don't want to be put under a spell. So, you know, Ecuadorians are crazy. Any Central, South, and Caribbean man, you're gonna have that type of. There's gonna be this machismo, like Roz said. It's gonna be machismo.
Mhm.
See, I like Haitians are another. I always say it just depends on the person. Anybody could be crazy.
I'm just saying preference wise, like if that's your preference. Because she put it in there that she's going to South America, and I'm like, ooh. She said Latino men. I'm like, very just like Latino women. Latina, spicy, spicy. And some men, that's where you hear the passport bros go to. Oh, they're going to DR, and they're going because they'll submit because that's how they're trained. That to grow their function in life for some of them and most of them is to be subservient to their man. So that's what these American men get the misconception of. Oh yeah, I'm gonna go over there because they're groomed by their parents to be that way. They don't really have a voice to speak up. If they do, then it's like modern. But if you get some like country backwoods, they're submissive. You know, it's like having a dog.
Saying, did you say Spanish women?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like you'll hear with the passport bros. Oh, we going to DR or we going to South America because they're looking for these women that they have a problem with American women because we have rights. We can stand up and say shit, and they don't like that when we push back. But these women in other countries don't have that liberty. They'll get their throat cut if they open up their mouth to a man the way we do.
Dang.
So a lot of these men will go over there, white and black. We'll put those two together because there's no such thing as white or black, but they'll go over to these countries because these women are groomed by their family to be submissive, subservient, to get money to provide for their family. But they'll be treated like trash. They'll be treated like dogs. Now, that's not all of them, but most of them are that's what their function in life is, to be groomed to be, you know, this servant to the man.
Yeah.
And in the American man's eyes, it's like, oh wow, she's you know, she listens, she's obedient, she doesn't push back, she doesn't talk back. It's not like these American women. And it's like, you don't understand that they're being groomed to be freaking dogs. That's what you want. Then stay right here and go get you a pit bull.
Who's being groomed to be dogs?
Like these women that are in these what they call third world countries.
Oh yeah.
They don't have the liberty and the luxury that we do.
Right. And I wish I guess depends on the person. Why is it that you're combative because you have a difference of opinion or because you have a voice? Why is that a thing? Like, I don't get it.
So that makes me think, oh, so you like children then. You like, because children are obedient and subservient. They don't, they have to listen. That's what I'm saying. Like, where's your mind at? Like, why wouldn't you want to challenge you or not, and not even challenge you to be like on some, you know, man versus woman type thing, but wouldn't you want a woman to have her own mind, speak up, you know, and rule with you as opposed to you ruling and she's in the background somewhere and you just.
Yeah, we're a team.
Right.
Exactly.
I mean, if we was living in a monolithic world, then yeah, that'll be possible. But we're not a monolith. Period. Not even in relationships we're a monolith. Therefore, that's why we be having a power struggle where the woman feel like that the man got to listen to her. You know, if he don't listen to her, then it's a problem. Or if he say that, you know what, I'm going to do me, then that's a problem.
Yeah, I think that people should, if you're in a relationship, you said the woman wants the gotta listen to her. Absolutely. If I'm with you, I need you to consider the way that certain things make me feel because I'm going to consider the way things make you feel.
Yeah.
If not, what are we doing? You know,
Exactly.
Yeah, and that's the reason why relationships are not successful. That's the reason why the divorce rate is high the way it is right now, is because people don't have that mentality of what you're speaking on, Mo. They
exactly.
really don't.
Baby, I'm not
I meant to. Oh, I meant to ask y'all this too, because I was hearing you, Mo. You said this. I think Foxy said this well too. Why do y'all call y'all man or partner? Why do y'all do that?
I don't. I'm just being respectful to those who may not believe in marriage and they say partner. I believe in marriage.
Gotcha.
Mhm.
Yeah, the one reason why I'm asking, because I don't believe in calling each other a partner, because that implies that a marriage is a business. You know what I'm saying? Then of course it becomes transactional. Then when you look at transactional, it becomes negative instead of positive. That you got to just do these things to fulfill the requirement of the deal. You know what I mean? And that's also what caused the relationships to an end. They end up having divorce and all that good old stuff.
So,
what
do you?
Lionel said, why would you want to call your partner if you want him to lead you if he's
Yeah,
supposed to be your leader?
Mm-hmm.
I
That's
said
true.
I was just saying that in reference to, I guess, what other people may believe in, but I absolutely believe in husband and wife. You're not talking nothing until then to me, but I'm just being respectful to everybody else. And I know you said like when people refer to partner, it could lead to what, divorce, and
I
it
get my
becomes
charger.
transactional.
Yeah,
Maybe that's just focusing a lot on the word, because I
yeah.
know people that have been together, like they refer to that person as partner, but they've been rocking, you know. But I personally, I'm with you. I think I'm just a believer of marriage.
Mhm.
Yeah,
So
gotcha.
would you say my leader? My leader, you got to talk to my
No,
leader first.
I would say I'll talk to my husband, my spouse.
Right.
Now that don't even sound right.
It doesn't. But like when you hear it, like you put it in perspective the way say this is like, so do I call my leader? You
I just
know?
don't. Yeah, I try not to focus too much on the work, but I do
Yeah,
view
you
him.
can't. That's what I'm saying. Like we get caught up in the word semantics, and it's
Yeah.
just like
Yeah.
partner. In some ways, I mean, listen, you are a marriage. Marriage is a business. When you sign those legal documents, that is law abiding, right? So you are in this partnership. This is why people, before they get married, they sign the prenup, because it's like, listen, we come in with what we had, and that's that. Like it
Mhm.
can be just like that, especially if somebody's financially successful.
Mhm.
If you're just coming in on some organic, like I love you for who you are, or you just didn't have any money and you come in together with it, then okay. But then if you've been married for such an amount of time, like say for instance, 10 years, or I'll say 5 years, or maybe 2
Mhm.
years. One spouse has had a hard time financially with work or whatever, and the other spouse, or they take time off from work to go to school and get a degree. The other spouse is carrying the weight, the load financially. That's
Yeah.
that's a business thing. Like we're not looking at it like that, because it's like, oh, that's what we should be doing. But in the eyes of the law, when you're signing that contract, that's what it is. Even if you go to have a church ceremony, like because I had a church ceremony and I still had to sign the contract. And
Mhm.
me and my husband were young. I was a teenage, like I said, I was a teenage mom. I didn't get, that was my firstborn is not his, but we coming up in 2 years we'll be married 30 years.
That's a blessing. It is definitely a business. I think that's like a huge aspect of it, but it also has to be more factors.
Yeah,
How
oh,
it works.
absolutely. But
Yeah.
see, the thing is though finances rules the world. So it's like, damn, if sometimes you get a disdain for this person that you're with, because it's like, damn, I'm carrying the load, and like,
Mhm.
hello, we drown in here. So
Be
sometimes a woman,
grateful.
this is where the power of the P comes in, because sometimes the woman be like, you know what, I'm tired of this, bum ass activity, and I've got to do all this. I'm tired. I'm taking care of the kids, and I got to perform for you. Open my legs. No. So that's control, and that's where that becomes a problem, because she's controlling her her body. But that's it, and it's not even so much because she's being vindictive, but she's like tired, and she's like, listen, like, what are you doing? Right? And then, but then it's like this, oh, well, we got to get over it because we're married, and this is what we do. And sometimes it's just tiring. Like, marriage is a job. It's a job. It's not this fantasy island. It's not this love affair. It's a 24/7, 7 days a week job. That's your title. You're a wife, you're a husband. These are titles given. And you have a contract that you fulfill. And even if you take it to God and you're like, this is what you don't divorce because you don't want to have sex anymore.
Right.
But could cause some friction and some stuff where somebody will dip out and be like, I'm not getting it. A woman, goes out emotionally cheating, while a husband will go out physically cheating because he's not getting his stuff at home. So it's I don't know.
Hardest
I'm not
job
gonna
ever.
say, listen,
I think men they can emotionally cheat too, right?
they can, but most of the time it's physical because he's not getting it because, like I just said, she's tired or she's, they're thirsty after 6 weeks. My husband was like scratching on the side of the bed, like, the doctor it's not 6 weeks yet. It's not. And I'm like, listen, you can't, after giving birth, a woman cannot have sex after, for 6 weeks. And they be itching. You know what I'm saying? So
well, I'm gonna be honest. After I had my baby, like, I did not wait the 6 weeks with my ex.
I mean, I didn't either, but
you waited like 4.
Your body, that's a trauma. They don't understand that. They're just wanting to be with their,
They don't.
So it's a lot. It's a lot to it. And I think I know Speak says something about he appreciates me speaking up and saying, like, being a freak and stuff. Listen, my parents, my grandparents, like, we have to break some cycles because our parents didn't talk to us like this. They didn't have these type of conversations with us, like what to expect when a woman after she gives birth and how her body's going to be, emotionally, how she, and to explain to a man, like, look, your woman's going to be going through this. She's going to be feeling a certain kind of way. Like, people have to be emotionally mature in these relationships.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what? It's interesting that when I was having this conversation about transactional with y'all, y'all give a different perspective on it, right? But when I was having this very similar conversation earlier when I was on the panel, man, every woman, man, they was saying that I was the devil for real. I was saying everybody's the devil. It's like, what is you talking about? Relationships is not transactional. True, marriage is not a contract. It's not a business and all this stuff. I like, okay.
Well, that's what I'm saying, because some of them are living on fantasy island and they're not going to appreciate what you're saying, even if it sounds like a kryptonite to them. But we're mature enough women on this panel that we understand exactly what you're saying. And even though it may seem like, I don't want to hear that shit, but that's the truth of the matter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's the truth of the matter. And if you don't want to accept that, then you're not emotionally mature enough to handle these kind of conversations.
Yo, it's definitely the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life. Because you can't just up and leave when you mad. It's the hardest thing to do, to take on another person and they beliefs and they life and they family, and to want to deal with somebody you choose to deal with that person every single day. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yep. Yeah, Lionel and Speak, that was over there earlier with me and stuff. They're like, Lord Jesus. I was up there by myself. Well, it was one other woman that was agreeing with me, but other than that, man, I was up there sparring by myself with a panel almost like 8
so they
women
left you by yourself and leaving you by yourself up here. Like, come on, fellas. I don't care.
It's all good.
Come up here.
No, it's all good because they're not gonna, and then I can handle it. So
Lionel said his battery's gonna die. Get up here, stop making excuses.
Right.
Stanley says, I don't understand. Mature.
Hey, Speak, I was on that panel fighting for my life.
All the time Lionel has been talking in the chat. He could have been on the panel.
Right, and Speak, all of them. Just sitting on the sidelines.
He said Urban was being cooked. What channel is that?
It's funny. I got this idiot in the back, Golden Boy, who keeps coming up here butt ass naked, playing with himself.
What?
Keep kicking him out the
Nah.
studio. He just keeps coming back and keep coming back.
Wow.
I can't believe people like actually lay up at just this was lets you know that there are a world of pedophilers and people who are
Big
just
people.
criminalistic when it comes to sexual activity. Because this
Mhm.
fool is really laying up here whacking himself, and he just keeps coming up here, and I just keep
I
kicking
thought
him
he was
off.
like, I'm trying to figure out how he got back in the private chat.
That's
Because he was
crazy.
up here on my panel, like in the back, and I kept kicking him out, so he was writing in the back when he was sitting up here.
Oh no.
So that's one of the number one reasons why I had stopped using StreamYard because StreamYard have that little glitch where people can do that. That could be in the back chat, and then if you invite them up on the studio, they still can be on the private chat and keep coming until you block them all away.
Yeah.
But it be inconvenience to you because you be having to do it in the middle of your show. You have to stop
that's what I've
everything
been
and do
doing
all
the
that.
whole time. That's crazy.
I've seen that happen on one of the brothers that I was on, and he clicked into his thing, and the guy was just like whacking. I'm like, what's wrong with y'all?
What is wrong with them?
So weird.
God.
Remember when you did the mental health topic, Rise, and I said I was gonna do it the following week?
Yeah.
I did it, and it was going so good. Then a lot of trolls start coming in there, and then it was this one guy. He was like, "Yeah, I really want to talk about mental health. You know, I've gone through a lot." Then somebody else hit the link and said, "Yeah, I want to talk about mental health." Then another one. My sister was like, "I don't trust it. I don't trust it." And my dumb self just green. I'm like, "Oh, great, yeah." So, what's your story? And he was like, "Yeah, I really gone through a lot." Boom. Then voila, it was a pink ping out of nowhere.
Goodness.
I was so mad.
Pink
terrible.
ping. Oh,
I ain't never seen a black person in the back chat doing it. Oh, Spirit, are you
Ever.
able to talk now? I always see the white man.
that is indecent exposure, Blue Jay.
But that's a good point, though. Roz, it ain't never black men doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On this brother's panel that I was on, it was a black man, and I was just like, "What the hell?"
Oh wow.
Oh no. See.
That's that
Wow.
perversion spirit.
Yeah,
This
man.
is crazy.
Spirit, you missed the part where we were talking about how a lot of women don't have to give up with JJ to give gifts from men. Have you ever had to do anything that you necessary to feed your kids?
No.
Thank you.
Yeah, because we were saying that most women don't have to give up the pee to feed their kids. Whereas
I have
Urban
never.
believes that women do that.
Well, I do understand that. I do know where that is from that, but I guess I can say it was done for me, so I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah.
Something I've done it. If I done it, it was for my own pleasure, but shit, not to feed my kid. I don't do it for like school clothes. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gotta do it for school clothes. I ain't gotta do it for school shoes. I ain't gotta do it to get her. I ain't gotta do it for that. I ain't gotta do it to get the bills paid. But people that I deal with in that fashion or they automatically in line and they just okay. What you need for school this year? School getting ready to start. Or if I send out a text and say, okay, school finna start, you getting shoes or clothes? Getting what you contributing to? Okay, I get the supplies like that. But as far as and I still don't have to do nothing. I ain't gotta lay on my back, I should say.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think that conversation about the baby mama is overrated because, as I always say, there are many men out here that will be with the woman with the child. There are women out here who can send out a text that Spirit says kids need clothes, and men want to contribute.
Mm-hmm.
Will contribute.
Urban.
Family stupid.
Might not be for some, but I got one for all. I only have one kid, but if I like now, I got things on this end. If I send out a text, the person that helped me, he know it's either school supplies or shoes. We
Yeah,
not beggars, we not chooser, and it ain't gonna be no just any kind of shoes. He gonna get her a nice pair of shoes.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Cause like I teach my daughter, I
Man,
don't send my daughter to school in Jordans and all that. I try to get her to wear that kind of stuff, but she doesn't want to. Like I tell her, most of them kids that's at school and got Jordans, and I no offense to anybody, a lot of them kids, they parents, they mom is on Section 8, got a boyfriend that's
thank
no
you. So it's easy for them
that's
to
what I
like
be
get.
telling my
So
kid. I hate to say that.
I'm a single mom. If you wear Jordans, it's because they on sale. I ain't finna just say, "Oh, these Jordans just came out. You gotta go get them." Cause she got shoes that I really don't have to buy her no shoes or even ask for her no shoes. Cause she has shoes from last year, and she been wearing Crocs, so she don't know the difference really. Like the way I'm raising my child, that name brand shit is not important. You have it and you don't even know what it is.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that is important. What you're doing though.
We
Mm-hmm.
go get some Walmart shoes. Who going? That's one thing I noticed about down here. Ain't nobody finna talk about your shoes like that. You a little kid, cause it's
They
foreign
doing
kids that
something.
go to school and they don't give a damn. Like I told
Nah,
you, you know, with
We're you,
kids with
spirit.
nappy heads and everything, and it's okay. You know what I'm saying? To go to school with your hair nappy sometimes.
Really? In Dallas, baby, you will get talked about. I
Not
have boys, they don't play.
my daughter been going to school in A-Leaf, and I ain't heard. It's more foreign kids. They don't know about that yet. It's not the ratchets.
My boys, like, I don't know. I just, well, I think it's because of the way I was raised too. I just keep them up to par. And then I think that's another
Right.
door opener, like for kids to get bullied. If they
Keep
looking
them up to
raggedy,
par. Keep her up to par.
yeah.
She don't wear her shoes till they start talking. That's on you, but you got other shoes up there. If you wear them shoes talking to school, that is your choice.
yeah, my
Mm-hmm.
daughter do the same thing. Wear them down till the soles fall off, and be having all other kind of shoes up in the house.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's like spread them out. So this weekend, you want to get some school shoes?
Y'all
About
know what irritate
shoes on
me?
what?
But
Hoodies. My boys, it is 102
We ain't
degrees.
in the hoodie stage yet, but when it get there, I'm ready.
Right, my boys are 17. The youngest will be 14. It's 100 degrees outside. They want to wear hoodies, and this is just the thing around Dallas with teenagers now.
That's
And I
period.
get so mad.
we can't wear hoodies to my daughter's school. But they've been wearing them around the city a lot, and this makes the people alarmed, quote unquote.
Oh, okay.
As you should, but I don't know. These kids are different. My sister-in-law has 4 teenagers, and they all wear hoodies like that. And sometimes they be musty. And
They
I
on
tell them,
fire.
like, what is y'all doing with this hoodie? What is this with the hoodie? You know, and I be like, you know, and one day one walked past us, and the dad was like, you know, just shook his head and was like, you know, he is so musty.
Oh
And I'm like,
God!
yeah, you know, and we had to go talk to him. He had to go talk to him, you know, son, go take a shower. Don't put that sweater back on. Because he knew he was going to go put that sweater back on. You know what I'm saying?
It's hot as hell in Texas.
Funny.
There ain't no need for a hoodie right now.
They don't, these kids
It's
different. They don't know what it is in the water, if it's something in the milk with the cereal. But that's just weird to me because when I was a teen, I didn't know that such a thing in Texas heat.
It's so
Yeah.
weird.
It's crazy.
Well, I don't do it. She asked for a hoodie this year for school. I bought her a hoodie, but she only wore the hoodie to school. And I'm like, you know, don't. And, you know, we've been heavy this summer mainly on hygiene. You know what I'm saying? Heavy. You know,
Yeah.
like showing her and telling her, like, and from what I'm seeing now from a parent's perspective, I was a kid, grew up deprived of anything, a lot of things. But what I'm seeing now, these people are not teaching these kids a motherfucking thing.
The teachers or the parents?
The parents.
I
Yeah, the
agree.
parents are under control. Yeah.
A 5-year-old say the other day, bro, I'm going to be a scammer.
What type
Scam.
of parents does the child have?
The parent just like, And he's like 31, and I'm like, young man, I'm talking to him because at 5, my daughter already could read and write her name. I'm asking him how old he is. He don't know how old he is. He don't know when his birthday is. I'm like, ooh wee.
Mm.
So a lot of that have to do with the woke culture. You know what I'm saying? Part of the woke culture is that you got to be super sensitive to your children. That you can't discipline them. If you do discipline them, that's
Oh,
considered
it's a discipline, but
all
it's
kind of
cussing
weird
you
stuff.
out like you're a grown person type of discipline, which you're like, that discipline is for what? And it's not teaching them when you're asleep and YouTube is raising them from the TV.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and TikTok.
And I think when it comes to physical discipline, like I guess it differs for everybody. It was pretty excessive with us growing up. Like it was low key abuse.
And it is
I
excessive.
know,
It is excessive in
I
my house.
so,
It's very excessive in my house because we're not going to play that. If you feel like I'm just a mean mom and you want to run away, bye.
right. So my point is, like, a lot of times, okay, some people believe in physical discipline, right? And maybe to a certain extent, but after a certain age, and then every child is different. You should start asking questions. That's what I tell my parents. Like, y'all should have asked, why did I make the decisions I made versus just beating us? Because now what you did was you taught me not to stop doing what I was doing. You taught me to now be sneaky. And everything that you whipped me for, I kind of made those mistakes anyway. And I just look at, like I was telling my mom today when we went to dinner, she was just complimenting me on my children. She was like, Isaiah and Matthew, like, I'm just so proud of you. They're so well behaved, you know? And I said, that's the point I be making, Mama. Thank you. But like, you don't have to abuse your children for them to be well behaved.
You don't.
If they are out of order, I take things away.
Right, you don't have to physical beat them.
Yeah.
If it's a physical beating, it's because you did something really wrong, and I need to let you know.
Yeah, I guess it depends, but I don't beat my kids. I
will whoop. Ain't a beating. I will whoop your ass.
I have good results without that. I just think, and then a lot of times I think sometimes parents like beat.
My results from it, not having it, and it's not often, but when it's given, I see results, better results. But
I guess
if it's not given, and I also tell her when I was growing up, I didn't like to get a whooping, so I didn't do too much. I was scared. Most of my life, I grew up from the time I was 13 to 18 in foster care. So I was scared. The foster parent didn't beat me, but I was taught to fear. And I tell my daughter, I don't want you to fear me, but I want you to understand where I'm coming from. I was controlled in fear with like what they call now.
Good. That's not good. Yeah.
It's called when you grow up to this day and age, and that time has passed on. It was more of a fear installed, and I am more now over the fear that things that you were doing still weren't right, but the fear that you tried to install in me was more of colonial breaking, like what slaves were taught.
Mm-hmm. So I think it's important to implement respect versus fear.
Respect was a difference than fear.
My dad is what, 7? He'll be 74 soon, and they be going at it sometimes. My brother could knock my daddy out right now, like low key, if he wanted to. But the respect that he has for him, that's why I say respect is so important.
It's the respect. These kids today, they don't have no respect. They would have knocked his ass out.
Right. That's why I'm glad I was raised different. So
and that's what I try to tell a lot of young kids, like this child that I was speaking of, his parent, he doesn't have respect for his grandmother. He doesn't have respect for anyone. The kid comes over and I'm talking to him. My child at the age of 5 was reading and writing. If I give you $1, that's for you to put up and spend when you go to the store. You don't tear it up like it's nothing. It's like
Mm-hmm.
What are you teaching this kid? He plans to go to school this year. These teachers are going to catch hell. He lies. And it's like he's very manipulative at a young age. And he set up and said, I heard this 5-year-old, which I was thinking was a 3-year-old. This 5-year-old say, bro, I'm going to be a scammer when I grow up. I'm going to do a lot of scamming. I'm going to scam when I grow up, bro. And nobody corrected this conversation.
How old was he? 5?
5.
Yeah, he's a product of his environment. That mindset is definitely, it's not even his fault. He a baby.
That's not his fault, but I'm just looking at the parents too, because it's like my daughter gets scammed on like Roblox or something. She don't know nothing about being a scammer. And I have heard other people say like, "Oh, my niece told me she wanted to be a scammer when she grew up," and think it's funny. And I'm like, "That's funny." I think
That's
that's
true.
cute.
Well, you gotta watch who you have your kids around. Watch the people that you have.
And
Watch
I'm
the
living right now in a rough area of Houston. Very rough, very hard.
where you at?
Oh, you know I live in Sunnyside.
Oh yeah, I know you live in Sunnyside. Oh, you like in front of the house?
Sitting in front of the house. I just came from the bar. That's where y'all see
I don't
me out.
think Sunnyside, bro. Well, probably because
She's not in Texas. Are you in Texas, Spirit?
Yeah.
In Texas.
Sunny South, if you in the sunny South that I know of, you are about 15 minutes from me.
No, she's in Sunnyside in Houston.
Oh, okay. I thought she said sunny South.
No, Sunnyside.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah.
This a whole nother ballgame. This South Park Sunnyside. Ghetto. I come from West Houston. I moved in over here with my mother-in-law, and I am moving out this weekend.
Oh, you're moving out this weekend?
I'm moving out this weekend. God damn it! I can't even walk my dog.
I knew Spirit was from Houston somewhere, man. I could just hear it in her voice.
She's
Really?
not originally from Houston, but
Not
she been
originally Houstonian.
Yeah, I don't get Houston from Spirit.
What does you get from Spirit?
I can't tell, but I don't get Texas.
I'm from Michigan. I'm from the Midwest. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. And I gotta say Grand Rapids because a lot of people like, what's that? Like, it's so majestic.
Mhm.
Grand Rapids. Man, I ain't never met nobody from a place called Grand Rapids.
That's where El DeBarge is from. The DeBarge.
The DeBarge family. I'm friends with his nieces and nephews. I grew up with the DeBarge kids.
Mm.
I went to school with the DeBarge kids.
That's
Chico,
how I knew.
Marina.
That's how I knew when you said Grand Rapids, because he said the same thing. He was like, nobody knows about Grand Rapids. So he had
Nobody knows about Grand Rapids, but we got a lot of greats. We got Adina Howard from Grand Rapids. Al Green grew up across the street from the grandfather house.
Al Green.
Grand Rapids.
Al Green grew up on Paul Street in Grand Rapids. My father used to work on my grandfather's truck, hauling trash after school.
Wow.
You got who else from Grand Rapids? I'm gonna tell you, Floyd Mayweather, the best of the best.
Oh, yeah.
And you will never see anything big as Floyd Mayweather come out of Grand Rapids, Michigan.
Mm.
Place. It's a lot of people. Actually, this last summer was my first time back in Grand Rapids since 2005 in the summertime. All I seen was a lot of you know who's running for some kind of seat there? Hill Harper.
Oh, wow.
Oh, okay. I got you.
And it was weird. Because like 50 Cent has shot a lot of movies in Grand Rapids. I know one of his main movies was shot in my hood was, I think it's All Things Fall Apart. That's the one where he lost to cancer and everything. That was right in my hood where I grew up. Like 50 Cent has shot movies out there. Grand Rapids is a give and take, but for me to make it out and come to Houston and be here 20 years, it's totally different. Because when I go back, it's like a ghost town because everybody has moved to the suburbs and hoods and trailer parks. And I'm like, I've never even been on that side of the street. Like,
Yeah.
new things, and it's like gentrification. Like here, I could ride down the street right now and show y'all houses lit up like Taj Mahal right dead in the hood.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, what the hell is going on? This shit is crazy and baffling. And I hope people is holding on tight and getting ready for what's to come. Because it's not going to be funny.
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to be cute when you was sitting up here playing and these people was telling you what they going to do, because this side of town was once upon a time white. Now it's black, and now they are coming back, and the rent is unaffordable.
Yeah,
Yeah, they doing that everywhere in all major cities, little cities, towns. Yeah.
The
That's
rent is
everywhere.
out of control. The requirements to get a place to stay is out of control. The
That's
requirements.
what I was going to say. I just went to get a place for the first time in 5 years. They charged me an extra $200 for a 6-month lease for a studio that's $600 a month, which is damn good. $600 for a studio right now is fucking great.
Yep.
Jesus. Wow.
And they took me through hell and high water. But before I moved to where I'm going, before I even apply, like I let the lady know, I know how things was when I was younger. I've been renting for the last 5 to 10 years private. I have not been dealing with apartment locators, apartment complex. I've been happy for it. And coming from that to this is baffling. The things you are asking me for. Like, I am not myself. I have a job. I'm a 40-year-old adult, but the people before me have made it so bad that it's hard.
Mm.
Nothing on my credit that could stop me from getting an apartment, and I feel like a criminal.
Wow. Wow.
Hey, Spirit, real quick. Hey, Ross, I'm gonna have to go ahead and drop down. Hey, I appreciate you inviting me up.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you
Ladies,
for
appreciate
coming.
the conversation, like always.
Thank you for coming.
Have a good night, Urban.
All right, y'all have a good night
Good
slash
meeting you.
morning.
Y'all, I had a good night. That's crazy. And I was supposed to be in the house sleep, but I ain't coming out no more after this. I gotta get serious with my life.
Where did you
Every
go?
time you come here, you say you got to get serious with your life.
Spirit is funny.
Y'all, Spirit is my real life best friend in life. We've been
Oh.
knowing each other for years.
Mhm.
That is so sweet.
Wow.
Yeah, she always say she got to get her life together.
Spirit is funny to me. Spirit is gonna always be a vibe. Every time she
Yeah.
hits me.
She is like this
Yup.
24/7, y'all.
You don't hear all the time. She just don't be believing the shit I do and say. She just be shocked. Like, I can't believe you said that. I can't believe you just
Yeah.
socked that lady. You know, that type of shit.
Talk about a shock factor. Like, she's gonna say whatever
Mhm.
come to mind, do whatever.
But I'm a likable person. People love me.
She just been
Mhm.
going and she just was in an argument with somebody over her mom the last week and a half now. You've
You
been
see
arguing.
me?
Yeah, you've been going off on the girl for the
You
last week
see
and a
me?
half. Lord
You-
Jesus, y'all. So
You
yeah,
see Oh, you seen that?
yeah, I saw it, but I figured I ain't have to call you because you was all right.
You know, they kept on picking at me, and I just had to block them. You know, because I be trying to grow up. They just be poking the bear. You know, and I'm trying to get somewhere in life.
Spirit
And they
just
was
told
just
the people she
poking
about
this
to put some
bear.
light out there.
Everybody now, people think I'm finna come up there and shit. And I'm like, I'm not finna come up there.
Mhm.
Like, you being messy all the way from Texas. My mama is up there. Don't play with me. I'm just gonna look at the backstory. So,
Yeah.
my mom been addicted to drugs my whole entire life.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
That's unfortunate.
I never got the experience having a mother.
And Spirit has done everything that she can to help her mom in that process, move her down to Texas, get her into rehab, all those
Everything.
things. for
And she
them.
go right back. And my mom is 60-something years old and still going through the same thing. I can't believe her. Nothing. So she sent me an inbox from somebody I knew was a known drug dealer, a girl from back in the day. And she was talking to my mom real crazy about her brother. And she's like, that is my uncle, this and that. And this is my mom's brother. My mom told somebody, my family is just me being in the South and being around these big stupid families, and they don't play that shit about their families. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, this girl, like, you said, Tracy, you one of the dirtiest motherfuckers. You told us, I heard what you said, Steve ain't my uncle, Steve is my uncle, and this and that. You come from one of the dirtiest families in Michigan, and this and that, and y'all scary. Bitch, you at every motherfucking family function, and you gonna say some bullshit like this? And you gonna come at my mama? The fuck? My mom is a drug addict. I get it. I am so afraid of one of my family members selling my mom some drugs to kill her. You just don't know the fear that's in my heart.
Yeah.
And you know what my family members say when I talk to certain ones? It's about the dollar. Okay, well, I can't fuck with you. I can't fuck with you. And I'm knowing you motherfuckers is running around here. I done heard a couple of things. I'm hearing stuff. Just because I'm in Texas, don't think I don't know a motherfucking thing, but I can go and wreck shop. But it's just like, let me sit back. The best thing I can do for my mom, which I am really trying to get myself together to do, is get an insurance policy on her because it's bound to happen.
I'm so sorry.
We definitely will be praying for your mom as always. I'm always praying for your mom. Yeah.
And I try to tell people that, and they like, I hear people say, my mom this, my mom that, and I had to fight in school, and my brothers and sisters are so messed up. My little brothers and sisters, I had younger siblings. When I was 10, she started having more kids.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, why did you do that? My little sister, she's totally nuts. My little brother, I don't know I couldn't tell you what's going on. These kids are full-fledged crack babies. And what come out of them and is going to trickle down is fucked up.
Yeah.
It's like motherfuckers not understanding, and you being somebody understanding is kind of hard.
It's a lot to
When
carry.
you being out in the world, I'm not small-minded. I'm woke. I know what's going on in the world. Like they say, my sister crazy. My sister choose not to deal with people. She's not crazy, and I defend her in every way. Leave her alone. If she tell you to leave her the fuck alone, leave her the fuck alone, because she's going to go off and blow her fucking top because she told you to leave her the fuck alone. Family, anybody. She don't deal with anybody in our family. It's like almost like a mental illness. My little sister, she does dirty things to my mom and, try to fight her and thing. I had her down here. I had to fight her before she left. I physically put my hands on my little sister. And we haven't talked, and it's been like over maybe 10 years almost. Nobody deals with her. You know what I'm saying? I have a brother. He got his throat slit in a bar fight. He's married to a girl who saw him as an easy ticket, and it backfired on her.
Yeah.
It's a lot of shit, but this main thing is with my mom. I have to defend her. When I go to Michigan, the whole thing is, I wouldn't see anybody. I wouldn't see anybody that had something to say about my mom. I would not see them, and I would be dead in the hood where motherfuckers was at and wouldn't see nobody.
Oh yeah, I feel the same way. My biological father has been was on crack for many years. He went to jail for 18 years. He got out of jail when I was 25. But he also diagnosed schizophrenic. So issues with that.
When they get to that age, this age of still doing drugs and smoking crack, they're not even smoking crack no more. They're like, it's a demon zombie have taken over their whole soul.
So
and I see it in my mom. It's a soul thing. People don't understand. These are spirits. These are demons that they are inflicting on us. Yes. But go ahead, Ross, because I have another story about something that happened to me this week.
My dad had been clean for the last 15 years, but he had diagnosed with some more medication for his schizophrenia. He had been homeless for the last couple of years or so. So anyway, that cycle of the mental health medications prompted him to seek other things. So now he's back to a treatment facility 10 hours away from Houston, and he's 62 years old now, trying to get it all together now in
All
his
I,
head because
to
he has
you,
psychotics and drugs, huh?
all I can say to you is get a policy on your father. Get an insurance policy on your father. Mo
Mm.
Love, you in Texas, right?
I am.
Okay, y'all listen to this. I've been venturing off over here in Sunnyside over the years. Now y'all know Houston has dispensaries, correct?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I'm smoke. I just was smoking a minute ago. But here's my thing. Sometimes I don't want to roll up, so I will go get me a pre-roll already rolled
And I
in the car.
can't do
I even roll them myself. I go to the dispensary over here. Listen to this. I go to the dispensary. I walk in. I say, "Hey, let me get a $5 pre-roll." Guy say, "I don't have no $5 pre-roll. I only got $10 pre-roll." I said, "Well, what the fuck is in the $10 pre-roll that's not in the $5 pre-roll?" So I get some loud $5 pre-rolls. And he's like, "Oh, it's dab in there. Have any of y'all ever experienced
Ah,
that?"
yeah, I had dab before, but it ain't, you don't just sell it with dab. You tell somebody there's dab in it.
Listen, so I got mad and very offensive. Being a weed smoker. I'm like,
Yeah.
so you telling me you put some dab in some motherfucking pre-roll that you finna sell to me? Okay, me, back fast forward back maybe 10 years ago, I met my baby father. My baby father was from Wisconsin. He came to Texas with the dab shit. That was the first person I
Yeah.
ever been with that shit. Me,
Mm-hmm.
being born in the 80s, growing up during the 90 era, it looked it exactly as the smoke as crack. Very fucking thick in the pipe.
Wow.
No, you do not smoke anything out of a pipe,
Yeah, that.
especially weed. That's just stick with me all my fucking life. You smoke nothing out of a pipe. It is
Yeah.
thick fucking crack smoke. People smoke dab. Yeah, that's your preference. So I have hit it one time and I felt like I was going to die. So I never smoked that shit again. I vowed not to never even try to smoke the shit. So back to the story. So the young man is like, yeah, you get to laughing and shit. And I was like, I don't want that shit. Why would y'all do that? That's some shit to keep a motherfucker Jones and then coming back. Cause that dab do have that effect. This is right there smack in the hood. I said that shit is damn near like crack. He picks up the container and it says something crack on there. I turn around and tell him that's bullshit and walk out. Am I wrong? Or do y'all see what's to fucking come with these dispensaries that they opening up?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody told me that they were getting rid of like is it the dispensaries in
Dan
September?
Patrick trying to get rid of the THC shit. Dan Patrick is pushing for it. I fuck with EMF. I get a loud motherfucking pre-roll. I can buy
I'm trying
weed
to get.
myself and roll in the coals myself. But if I go, like I went to a dispensary this morning up off of MLK. I said, okay, sir, what do you have any $5 pre-rolls? He said, yes, I have 5, 7, this and that and that. The dispensary kind of remind me of the dispensaries in Michigan. When I walked in there, all I said was, this make me don't even want to smoke no more. Because there's so many different kinds of weed.
It
Yeah,
is.
that's why I just find it better to grow your own because there's so many
And
people.
when I get settled in my own crib, that is one of my plans. So I'm looking at this shit. I'm like, okay, he like, yeah. He like, we got $10 too. I'm like, what's in the $10? Hash. I don't want to smoke no motherfucking hash. When niggas start smoking hash?
What is that?
Hash is like a rubbery like substance. That's what they smoke in Jamaica. They put that shit in their weed. That's like a dab for them. It's
Okay.
like hash is like some other shit. You know what I'm saying? I used to hear people smoking hash back in the day, but who the fuck want to smoke some hash now? These motherfuckers can be lacing this shit with motherfucking hookah. Hookah is like a form of hash.
Yeah.
like
the
tobacco or
puffs.
something.
Hash is like weed though. It's like, you know, the stuff that be in your grinder and that second
Indians
film.
have this shit. Yeah.
That's like hash. Like if you
Oh,
feel
you talk-
motherfucking fine, you'll get a nugget of hash. I remember hash in the 90s because there used to be Haitians coming over here. Haitians used to smoke hash. It's like a putty-like type of mud-like type of texture. You add it to your weed. But it's some shit you would add to your own motherfucking weed. It ain't no shit you would buy already in there.
So Mo, it's like if you had your grinder and you grinding it up for over some time in the particles that's left over from
on that bottom film, on that last third, some grinders, all that residue, it's like that, but it be like real tight, like mud packed tight, like it's packed real tight. And what the fuck will I smoke some hash from? Dude, you know hash is like taking a psychedelic type shit.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Like it can have that effect, because I remember back in the day, like 1998, Haitians in Michigan used to smoke hash. I didn't hear niggas smoking hash. Like they would mix their hash with crack type shit.
I don't know nothing about that.
But that just was like weird to me. So I'm like trying to get settled, you know what I'm saying, and chill out so I can blow my own sense crops. Because I'm to the point where I don't know what the fuck I'm smoking. I'm finna stop. I think I sent you a thing where I was on Instagram showing you how the difference between a blunt that has sprayed on chemicals and the weed that don't have sprayed on chemicals. The weed that sprayed on chemicals is real fucking dark.
Yeah, and you can taste it also.
You can taste the fucking chemicals.
Yeah.
I mean, like I tell them, I'm to the point now, I gotta have my weed loud.
Yeah.
And I don't even need much.
I'm sorry, I don't want to disrespect the non-smokers on the panel. Forgive us.
I'm to the point where I'm finna stop though.
It's all good. I was ahead back in the days, but like after I had my second child, my son, I stopped smoking because I got pregnant. And when I started back again, that shit had me bugging. I was paranoid. I was here like
that's how I was in Foxy. I smoked Reggie for a long time. Like, and I just had some Reggie that was so bad. You know what I'm saying? Because I would be like, give me a 25 bag of Reggie and give me a little 15 bag of Dro and mix that shit. But this shit ain't the same that they smoking. Like,
no, and that's another thing. That's why I was like, so I
go in that place and that man, this is dead slap in the hood. They can put some fucking crack in that shit. Yeah. Y'all rolling them yourself. You can put y'all open 24 hours. I can drive up there right now and show y'all the motherfucker.
But that's what they do. That's how they get people like people who look like us caught up on it.
Tyrone, that's the shit. They got dispensaries on every corner out here on the west. It ain't like that.
And in Texas,
everybody around here look cracked the fuck out.
And in Texas, it's not a legal state to smoke weed. What they say is that you can have dispensaries, but the dispensaries only sell THC. So THC. What they do is the dispensary itself sells the weed at a certain percentage.
Right.
Because they got THC.
Yeah, to get it out there, but it still has THC in there, and that should be loud as fuck. But they know that they got all those dispensaries on every corner in the hood, and they know it's illegal in Texas, but they still allow it because they want us to kill ourselves.
You can drive up, and I'm like, you know what? I drove up.
I'm sorry. What you say, Mo?
It's certain, like I don't know how to name it, but if it's not too high of a milligram or something, it's not illegal.
Yeah, it's a certain. They gotta be close to that Delta shit. But these niggas ain't selling no motherfucking Delta shit. I've been smoking weed too long not to know.
Yeah, they ain't got.
Well, New York State is it's legal, so people be blowing trees left and right down the block now.
Oh yeah,
that's how they do in Texas.
And I blow it.
But Michigan. Shit, in Michigan, you can get a joint for $2. You spend so much money in Michigan, they give you grams for free. Like you buy 30 grams, 3 grams, we'll give you 4 free type shit. Just giving it away.
And even in Texas, like if you get stopped with weed, they don't really bother you like that.
Yeah, because it's more. yes, it's not. They realize that it's not. You know,
Yeah.
you can't.
I'm
You
like,
can't
is this illegal?
unless you got pounds of it. But
Mhm.
they're gonna start doing a big sweep too because they got these illegal pop-ups
Yeah.
that
Well,
is
we used
supposed
to
to
have
be
them.
like
They stopped having them because them they been getting raided. Like where
Yeah.
I'm at, that's why I came home. They been raiding after hours lately.
yeah, well the issue with us over here is that these shops are near schools and they have an
Mhm.
arrangement where you have to be 500 feet away from a school to have your
Wow.
dispensary and some of these dispensaries are illegal so they gonna do like a sweep and just start locking that stuff down.
Yeah.
But you know, because the mayor's getting tired, he's like, yo, y'all, we walking by and it's just like y'all blowing it just like crazy. Like, no, we gotta
Yeah.
have some control. And I'm like, see, that's the
Yeah.
problem.
Now I
Because we
do
got
agree with
people,
that.
yeah, like you got kids like the corner store, you got a pop-up,
Mhm.
you know, a shop there, and then you got children right at a school. No. There has to be some type of law and order.
I
It
do
takes
agree with that. The fact that it's legal in so many states and you can smoke wherever. Because I myself, I smoke everywhere. I be outside at the park and stuff. I try not to smoke in front of people, kids and stuff. But I definitely agree. Like even the fact that they have no smoking ordinances at different places like parks and stuff, but they don't
Mhm.
enforce it. Like it really needs to be enforced. And I only feel that it needs to be enforced for like children, just because they don't need to see
Exactly.
that or have to deal with that. Hey, Chaotic Truth, thank you for joining and stopping by. But yeah, so I agree with New York and you on that too.
Mhm. Hey, CT.
CT in the building.
That is crazy.
The kids smoking too now. I
Yeah, the
mean,
kids are smoking too, but even
They're
with the dispensary
smoking.
stuff, I never buy a pre-roll because you never know what you get in there. And then when I get pre-rolls, I
right?
break them down and roll them up in my own paper and everything like that. I
Mhm.
can't. But and then the vape things, I don't vape anymore, thank God. But I was on the vapes hard and stuff too. They don't never know what's in the vapes. They don't know the
They
chemicals
don't.
Right, and it starts
from the
messing
vapes.
your chest up, your lungs, because there's particles in there that are like
Yeah,
worse than smoking cigarettes. I'd rather go
Mhm.
smoke a cigarette than do a vape.
Right.
Exactly.
And I had to stop doing the cigarettes too because I had got sick with the corona. I think it was like, when was it, 2020, 2021? And I had caught like this bad bronchitis.
Mhm.
So always going to the Lucy store getting my little cigarettes and whatnot. And I was like, I can't even breathe. Like, how am I gonna go get a cigarette? And from that point on, I stopped smoking cigarettes. And then they just
No,
be putting
I
yeah.
stuff
still
in the,
stop smoking cigarettes. I've been trying for a while. Get your ass in.
a lot of stuff is mind over matter. Like honestly, like all
Yeah.
these are like
It is.
addictions that we have, and it's just like you have to be. So I don't smoke weed anymore. I smoke cigarettes. If I drink, I'm outside like in a
Yeah.
social thing. I don't bring liquor in my house.
Mhm.
I'm drinking water, you know. So I'm kind of like, you know, just it's mind over
Yeah.
matter. You got to be strong enough to be like, nah, I'm not doing that. But then
Yeah.
circumstances happen, like you were saying earlier, like, you know, something happens, you would go back to the drug of choice or the, you know, or drinking alcohol to
Yeah.
soothe yourself
Mhm.
Yeah. It's
because you
terrible.
got something that, you know, that was
Mhm.
devastating in your life, and that's what you do. You go back to that. But I have it too. I had devastating stuff, but I'm just like, I can't see myself going back to smoking cigarettes.
Yeah. Gotta choose the mental. Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, I thank you guys so much for joining me tonight. It is
Thank
the
you, Beauty
3
Queen.
hour mark.
It was
So I
great.
gotta shut it down. Do you guys have any closing words that you want to say?
I want to say thank you, everybody, tonight for joining my friend podcast. I'll
Thank
be
you.
here occasionally when I ain't hanging out, but the way things are going, I might be making a change for myself, and it's only for the better. And I plan on keeping you guys updated on my journey.
Oh yeah, you know what you said tonight that keeps me motivated and inspired. And I will be in Houston in 2 weeks too.
Okay. Well, we're gonna be looking for some things to do.
All right. Have a
Mo,
good night.
I think you girls need to add me on your channel so when you guys are going live, I can chime in sometime or tune in.
Yes, I would love that. I'm going
Yeah, I'm
live
just
tomorrow
giving you her
night.
link.
I
Yeah,
normally
because I've been coming up with topics for her too, and Mo, you more on the Christian kick. You know, we might can collaborate, and I can come on there and give some insight.
I would love that.
So,
Yes.
Roz, give her my contact info. Me and you, we might can collaborate on some things.
I will do that.
That would be so cool.
See you later.
Bye,
Good night.
Spirit. Take care.
Bye. You too. Love everybody. Bye.
Bye.
I love her.
Beauty Queen, I thank you for having me up here. It was good to see you. You know, I know I'm MIA, so because when you go on, it's late. I'll be like in my third dream and stuff.
I know. It's fine, you know.
But I woke up because we had the New Jersey next door to us in the state. They had an earthquake. So
wow.
I'm like sitting. I'm putting my head down to the pillow, and I feel this boom, 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 and I'm like, this biatch next door is banging on, like. So then I said, no, that's not them banging. That's an earthquake. And then sure enough, Maybach sent me a text, and he was like, "Yo, Jersey had an earthquake." I was like, "That's what it was." So yeah, like I fell asleep a little after, maybe about 10:30, and I just woke up for something, and then I saw you hit me up with your link, and I was like, you know what, I'm up, let me come through. So I appreciate that. Thank you. It's good to hear from you and see you back in action. Yes. And to Mo, it's good to hear and see you too, and everybody in the chat. Thank you guys, and catch you on the flip side.
Oh, thank you, Foxy. Thank you for coming. I hope you feel better. I always love to have y'all on the panel because I just always feel this sisterhood and this support of just wanting each other to do well in life. So I'm glad that you are feeling better, and have a great night.
I was doing too much, and God was like, "You need to sit down." Literally, he broke my back. I was like, "Damn." So. But I was able to bounce back right before my birthday and was able to go out and be with my family.
Yeah.
That's good. I'm good money now.
Oh, wow. Good night. Thank you.
All right, baby. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye, Foxy.
Bye, Mo.
Bye. The live was so good. Like,
oh, thank you.
It was so good.
You guys always help. And I always love your participation. So thank you so much.
Of course, I love you. You are such a beautiful being inside out. I'm so thankful for your progress with your leg.
Yeah, my little
leg. And I love you and stay encouraged. Yeah, it was good.
Thank you, Mo.
All right, guys. You too.
Bye. That is it, you guys. Good night to everybody in the. Thank you, Blue Jay. Thank you, Chaotic. We had Lionel tonight. Who else did we have in the chat? We had Urban. He was on the panel as well as the chat. Speak Radio. I love you, Speak Radio. There is no issues between you and I. So I don't know what that is. One of my favorite people, Stanley Cross, was here tonight. Thank you, Stanley. I'm still waiting for you to once again hit the panel. He would definitely bless us. So thank you once again, you all, for joining. I also had my bestie Spirit Oliver on the panel. She shared some personal information. So thank you, Spirit, for being transparent with your story and your life. We always appreciate that, and we definitely will be keeping your mother in our prayers. Foxy, thank you so much. Blue Jay, thank you so much. Oh, you guys, the power of the P. I don't have no words for it. I have no words for it. It was a very touchy subject. A lot that I just don't have nothing to say for it. I just try to be a good, ethical, moral person in life. So I don't know about the power of the P, but in all things, choose to be responsible in the decisions that you make, and try not to be deviant and manipulate and betray people, you know. But tomorrow is Sunday. It is Sunday right now. So when the sun comes up, I hope you guys find a place to worship, whether that's your house out there in the world or on some type of electronic device. Do that, but give the Creator some acknowledgement. But once again, thank you for joining the Reasoning with Roz. Please subscribe to the channel. Please share the live. Please tell everybody I'm back. And if you would like to donate, that is RozGirl37. I will be back here on Thursday because I'll be leaving to go out of town. So I'm trying to do 2 shows before I leave. But I will see you guys then. Have a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful night.